the journey of my life, I found myself within a forest dark. What was this forest but straight toward a pathway had been lost?
Think for thyself now, hast thou become,
Which in the very thought renews the fear. How hard a thing it is to say.
and 'tis with fear I put it into verses. I did not die, nor yet remain alive. What I became, both of these deprived.
Through me, the way is to the steep earth.
With 6 eyes he was weeping, his tears of bloody salve trickled o'er 3 cheeks.
Through me, the way is to eternal dawn.
In each mouth of sin he was crushing his teeth.
Through me, the way might be lost.
The dust was causing pain to free. Thence we came out, and saw again the stars.
Seven gates carried you through limbo, and at each the way opened only when you surrendered a shameful truth. The only gauge of time you have is written across one another. Dark, hollowed eyes, slack exhaustion, and skin drained to a gray pallor, eerily close to the shades you left behind in the sighing fields. The seventh gate was no more than a door, plain, narrow, and no larger than any door made for mortal hands. It opened inward. Wind struck you with such a force, tearing the silence of limbo away and taking your breath with it. And here you stand. A hot, restless current yanks at your clothes, forces its way beneath your robes, hunting for anything loose enough to tear away. It carries the sour smell of sweat, wet skin, and pungent undertones of lust, while a warm, vile mist clings to your face and crawls into your lungs. Beneath you, the stone pitches like the deck of a ship in violent water, and you realize you stand on a causeway suspended in near total darkness. Pale light tears the black open in brief, violent flashes, revealing a colossal, swirling storm beyond the causeway above you. And as you look up, you see a vast spiral of human bodies hurling through the dark. Hundreds become thousands, swept together like a flock of birds before being scattered, dashed against the rock, or dragged screaming into the glowing depths below. Ahead of you, the dead gather along the causeway in a trembling line. At its head, something enormous sits in judgment, its long tail coiled across the stone. We are now in the second layer of hell. And we need to take a condition. And by condition, I mean an aspect. We're going to make an aspect that is equivalent to exhaustion, because it took a very long time to get through all 7 of those doors. And not only that, but it was probably extremely draining to confess at each door. And there was no way, I think, for either of you to know how many doors there were before we left Limbo. So I think we should do... Well, actually, I know what's coming. So I think that the two of you should try to decide what this aspect does.
Okay. For each other or for ourselves?
It's going to be the same one, and all three of us will take it, myself included.
Oh, I see. So, since last week, I've learned Fate Condense.
Oh, perfect.
And
He's been studying.
I love it.
didn't really understand aspects, and now I do. And the difference between aspects and stunts.
Do you?
was
What's
confusing me a lot.
Yeah, me too. What's the difference between the two of them?
An aspect is just a sort of describing thing for you.
Yeah,
I
like
think it's supposed
exhaustion,
to be quite,
right?
it's supposed to be quite vague.
Yeah.
So for example, I changed my aspect. I had just keep moving as a stunt and an aspect. So I changed my aspect to I need focus, which is that if I'm not doing something, I'm worried, which seemed like if I wasn't actively doing something. And then you, as the GM, can sort of use them, invoke them.
Yes.
But they don't really give you like a bonus unless you it's not like a
you
hard...
use a fate point to do that, right?
Right, or you can just, I think you can just use them in any form, really. I think it's just like a part of your character sort of thing.
Yeah. So I think there's like a list of things that you can do when you invoke an aspect. So like you can add +2 to a roll or whatever. So if the GM...
That's what that...
Yeah, if the GM, which in this adapted version of Inferno is called the Poet, if the Poet invokes it, you can use it to use any... You can do any of those things, but you can also invoke it yourself, right?
Yeah, we can, yeah. So
And
then
do
we
you
burn a
need
fate point.
Yep, okay. That's what I was going to ask, yeah.
To sort of mechanically use it for a boost. And stunts always have the mechanical
part baked
boost.
in.
But they are usually, I think people tend to take a stunt based on an aspect. For example, I still have just keep moving, which is that if I'm doing something towards my goal, I get a +2 to resolve, which is based on the fact that I need focus, and if I'm not doing something, I'm worried. And then I need purpose as an aspect. Without purpose, I am empty.
Okay.
And then I have the stunt, which is glorious purpose, +1 fate point when invoking the just keep moving thing.
Okay.
And stunts are specifically mechanical, and I don't think you need to use a fate point for those.
Okay. Perfect. Speaking, it's all coming together, exactly. Speaking of fate points, welcome to our Friday show, everybody. This is the show that keeps Tablestory running. It helps us get cool art, music, feed ourselves, and keep the GMs, which is the three of us that you see here, making cool shows for you throughout the week. This is the only show that is monetized. The rest of the shows throughout the week, we, keep it clear of that. So we try to make this one on Friday a little bit engaging and fun for everybody, but also, it is how we keep the lights on here at Tablestory. So any support is appreciated. The menu here on the side is the same thing that you'll notice on the wheel for the most part. There's only one thing that's been swapped out from last time, which was, thank you so much. We already got a wheel spin. Blast. Thank you. Here's how it works. Every $100, the wheel spins no matter what. And that's just a thing that happens. It's chaos. It looks like it landed on Grace, which gives a fate point in the player pool.
Wheel spins are supposed to be every 100, though, I thought.
Yeah, they are. So we started at I think 80. So we were like $20 for that first spin. And then like I said, every $100, it's going to go ahead and spin. But if you want to get something off of the menu and not leave it up to chance, if you want something very specific, you can grab it off of the menu down below. However, we can double dip. So even if you get something off the menu, it's still going to count towards that wheel spin. So we get both things. So if something you get off the menu then causes the wheel to spin, it's just bonus. So thank you. Just make sure to note the character and what it is that you're getting in your description when you do that. Thank you so much. What's on the big goal? I'm so glad that you asked. It says level up. So that would be progress for all three of us, for our characters. However, I did want to go over what happened last week because we didn't get to. You will have noticed Call of Cthulhu on the bar last week. And that is, Brad, what can we say about this so far?
Did we not already say it?
No, we didn't say anything.
Oh, why are you asking me?
Okay, cool. Love the teamwork.
Oh,
Whack.
that's why? I didn't know if there was like... It scared me because I was like, oh, now I don't know what I can and can't say because there are now rules in place.
What? No.
Yeah. Because you went to... Because it seemed like you were like, well, what can we say about this, Brad? And I was like, I thought we already did.
No,
Wax should answer it.
Okay. Whack, would you like to speak on it or not? Or I can do it.
Sure. I can do that.
Okay.
So are we saying the big thing?
I think
Yeah.
so.
We now
Yeah.
officially own the IP Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Ridiculous.
No. So after this is over, we will be changing our sort of podcast that we are doing on our shill shows. We'll see how long that goes on for, but the idea is that we are going to be learning new systems together after we're done. So we chose a bunch of systems that we want to learn, and we're going to be learning those systems together. And the first one up is going to be Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah. It's going to be super fun. And I think that our approach to it is that we're going to break it down so that if you've never played Call of Cthulhu and you want to figure out how it's played, you can figure it out with us. And we're going to break it down in a way that we can
Sexual style.
hopefully, put it then on YouTube as well. So you guys can have it as kind of like a first look let's play as we go over the rules and stuff and break stuff down. So yeah, it should be fun. And then we've got a bunch of other ones that we want to learn as well. But Call of Cthulhu is the first one. So that's what was on the bar last week that you did unlock, which is very exciting. Okay, now let's get back to making our aspect. So Brad, would we be making the aspect? Or would
I don't
this
really
become
know
a
if it's
stunt?
going to be an exhaustion thing.
Yeah.
So aspects are normally like, I think that
narrative
they're
beat,
supposed to
right?
be, but I think they're supposed to be kind of personal. So I don't know how you would make something that was like, I guess it would have to be some sort of aspect that was, I think you're supposed to have something like flaws. I forget what they're called in this, but I don't see a spot on our sheet here. There is something that is, so when I looked at this stuff, I probably shouldn't have done it. I probably should have done it 5 minutes before this show instead of in the middle of the week, so I could actually remember it. But there was a lot of stuff to do with like, like in D&D you have your personality traits basically. There is essentially a bunch of stuff for that in this as well that I don't see on this sheet, so I don't know what they
Well, we're playing
called.
Fate Condensed, not the regular Fate.
Yeah, I was looking
which
at
is run
Fate
a little
Condensed
bit
stuff,
differently.
but maybe so I don't know. I guess it would have to be I think an aspect makes sense
Okay.
because we only have aspects.
Yeah, I do. Well, we've got there's a spot for
And
temporary
stunts.
aspects and stunts, but I do like the idea that we could potentially put flaws in as aspects because it's still technically an aspect of who you are, right? A flaw. So we could do that. And that's where that goes. However, I'm not saying that anybody has a flaw, but I do think that we definitely have we have some form of exhaustion that should be invoked when applicable. And then I think Whack has an aspect related to his confession before leaving limbo.
Am I getting this now, or
Yep,
I don't remember?
Yep, we're doing
Okay.
this right now. And
Yeah, I mean,
we can
if-
decide together like what the exhaustion aspect will do or how it works. I know it's coming, so I feel like the two of you should decide, and all three of us will get it. And then obviously wax is more personal.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm getting 2.
Yes, we're all getting one
Okay.
that is related to exhaustion, but you're getting one specifically related to the confession.
And last week I couldn't remember which one it was, but I think one of the I put both of the aspects that I got in situation aspects. Because I couldn't figure out the sheet on the fly. But I can't remember. One of them I think you said was permanent, and it was either heightened amygdala or I can see. And I cannot remember which one it was.
I believe it was heightened, but we should just roll for it if you can't remember, because I didn't. In our GM notes, I just put down that we had permanent. If you didn't mark it on your sheet, then I have no idea.
I can see.
Okay, I can see is the permanent one. So you do still have one aspect that we could make permanent. However, that's actually a really good point. We have 4 damnation. Damnations are basically fate points that the poets can use. So right now I'm the current poet. If you guys want to switch the poet, it is down on the bottom. It is no longer on the wheel, just to help with the chaos of that. Fully would love for you guys, if you guys want to switch who's jamming or who's at the helm, that's totally fine. But hopefully it's just not too as chaotic as last time. We have 3 banked grace, which is the player's fate pool, essentially. So you guys can grab that. It's collective together. There is 1 aspect that needs to be created, and then there are 2 seals. One which we just unlocked as well. Wait. Oh yeah, 2 seals. So 2 seals would make it permanent, essentially. Whatever aspect you have. I can't see the... Hold on, let me just need to look at the activity feed here so that I can see. Okay, it was... Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. We got a seal and we did get a switch. So we got a mercy for Brad and a mercy for Whack, which is really good. Okay, let me write these down, and then Brad, you're taking over as GM.
okay.
Courtesy Shadow.
I'm significantly more prepared this week. Well, I'm not. I have no idea where we are or what's going on in the actual story, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. That's the bit that I find easy.
Okay, so you both have a mercy each, so you can clear a stress from whichever pool you'd like with that immediately.
Oh,
I
thank
get
God
to
I have a
bank.
physical stress.
Do I get to bank it because I'm clear right now?
I'm assuming that the exhaustion aspect we were about to give us would have given you some stress, and it should probably give you some physical stress,
Okay.
maybe some mental stress. But it's up to you guys. You really should be the ones to decide, because I know what's coming.
Okay. So
yeah.
exhaustion going through the
Dude,
gates.
I think we should just be traumatized.
I mean, I am.
I think that's what I mean. I think it should just
Yeah.
be traumatized. Like the aspect should be traumatized.
Oh yeah.
And I guess, it's just we invoke that. However, whenever we need to.
Well, it should be related to some form of exhaustion. So
yeah,
that
that's
you're
what
not,
I mean. You don't think that long-term exhaustion isn't trauma? What was you thinking?
I was thinking that trauma can't be alleviated, and exhaustion can, like
I
a
don't think
physical.
trauma can be alleviated. Someone hasn't heard of EMDR.
I mean, Yeah, but not really. You can't really like get rid of it. Exhaustion.
Yeah, tell that to all
you
that
can
money I
sleep
spent on that EMDR therapy.
and get rid of, you know?
Do you need to get rid of it though? This is an aspect, you said.
Okay. Nope, we don't need to get rid of it.
Trauma doesn't mean... we can use trauma, I feel like. Traumatized
Yeah.
isn't just a negative thing. Being traumatized means we can be like hyper aware and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's true. Although the aspect that I am trying to like give us that we need to come up with for us is the actual tolling response, I guess, to going through the 7 gates. Because what happened is we ended the episode last week going through only the first gate. And there are 7 total. So we had to go through that grueling process of, you know, pulling up confessions and shame over a
Then
very
I think it should be some
long
form of
period of
self-pity.
time.
You know what I mean? Like, because it was just what's it called in religion when they hit themselves in the back with that fucking thing?
Flagellation.
Like, it was like that.
Sort
But it
of,
was
but I guess
like
I'm
fucking lamentation.
yeah, I guess lamentation's a good one. I guess
Yeah.
I'm more talking about how the toll that it took either physically or mentally or on our hope, doing that for a prolonged period, because we have no way of gauging time here, but it did take a long time for us to do that. So much so that when we look at each other, it looks like, you know, right before we go through the 7th gate, which is basically a door, it looks like we are almost identical to the beings that were stuck in limbo. Like, and that takes a long time for us to slowly change into these creatures. So it's basically just been, you know, that for a very, very, very long time, like equivalent to maybe a year or 2 of time that passed for us to get through all 7 of those gates is what it would feel like on our body. So I'm trying to create an aspect that that translates that to us. So you would invoke it either when it's like, oh, you're trying
you want
to...
it to be more of a physical thing?
It can be, but it could also be mental too. Like if you're trying to leap over a bridge, but you're, you know, exhausted from 2 years of walking, but also you're trying to be vulnerable and you're mentally drained from, you know, spilling your guts, that kind of thing.
I'm trying to think back to like when I've had these cases of extreme sort of trauma in any sort of recognizable or similar way. That's obviously a very strange case, but I'm trying to, I guess, remember how debilitated I was. And I think it's probably going to be something like unfocused for me. Like I can't focus at that point. I'm like scatterbrained when that's happening.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it would be for sure like mental stress, given what just happened. And it's also partially like, I know there's supposed to be something freeing about telling people these traumas and what have you, but there's also a big component of like, what now? You know, like, you know, other people are there to witness this stuff and sort of be there for the ride. And I'm also worried about how I'm being viewed by people I care about.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
You know, revealing these shames is like, how are the people that, you know, some of the people that I care about the most going to react to this?
Yeah.
So the closest thing I can say is that I'm so caught up in my own thoughts that I'm unfocused at that point.
Okay.
That would be, that's the only thing that I can really relate that to.
Yeah. So your aspect that you then want to add And I'm going to go ahead and use the... this is terrible, but I'm the poet right now and I have to do this because we're in hell. I'm going to use one of the seals, which makes something permanent. So now we only have one left. And I'm going to use it on this aspect for all of us. So we now have a permanent aspect that is whatever it is that you want to call it. Brad wants to do traumatized. I'm going to do exhaustion because I think that's that also works.
I choose internalized shame.
Okay.
If we're going to be more specific, I feel like that's what we experienced.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. And so then that needs to be in the permanent section, which is up top, right? Yeah. Under sinner and whatever else you might have. That leaves us with one seal, one aspect to be made, one mercy for both of you. I'm going to go ahead and invoke your exhaustion aspects right now and tell you to take, roll a 1d3, Brad.
One.
Okay. Take one stress, and you can do it physical, mental, or in your hope section. And I'm using one of the poet's fate points to do that, which is under damnation on the wheel. So each of us would take that. However, obviously, if you guys don't have anything else, you can just clear it right away. I'm going to take mine in mental.
Okay, yeah, mine would be mental, but I'm going to use that mercy to clear it.
Yep, okay, awesome. Brad, are you also clearing yours?
I had a physical stress that I cleared.
Okay. All right. So we're at 0 mercy. You have 3 grace, which are your fate points. The damnation pool is also at 3. So Brad, you're taking over as the poet now, which means you have 3 fate points to use. Again, we also have one aspect that you can create whenever you deem necessary. And then you have a seal, which makes an aspect permanent, and you can use that however you see fit as well.
Okay. And the two of you, not me, emerge underneath this twisting, turning, endless sky. There is a line of people, but they're kind of like half shades, not quite the same as the ones that were on the outside. They're kind of translucent, and as you move around this area, it's as if the area moves around you and through you as well. It's almost as if you're being pulled towards the front of a very long line of people. There is a sort of strange sensation of waiting and being pulled forward. You find yourself at the head of this line eventually, and there is this individual that you saw before, a broad, monstrous man who to you would probably resemble some sort of demon king. They have a crown sitting above an old looking weathered face, deep set eyes underneath a large jutting brow. His mouth is twisting. He has pointed teeth. They're stained dark. He's got bare skin, grey like old stone, black veins and scars, these huge arms, huge legs, and an enormous body. It's like a giant sitting in front of you with this ridiculously large, thick serpentine tail coiling around his body, down around his legs, and out and around the lower parts of a throne that he sits upon. The people moving up to him and through him and around him seems to be endless, and you recognize that you yourself seem to be one of these people, though you feel much more physical. You can see him listening to certain confessions of each of the individuals, though you can't hear what they're saying. You understand that this is what he is doing. There is people being sent to different places, almost as if the line splits 9 different ways. However, before you can really comprehend what is happening around you, you find yourself looking up and feeling very alone. The sensation of having PB to one side for you, Whack, and the sensation of having Whack to one side of you, PB, is gone, and you recognize that you're alone, and these translucent figures have all gone as well. This absolutely enormous figure kind of looks down towards you, a slight kind of twist at the edge of his mouth, maybe a smile, maybe a snarl, beastly. The enormous figure looking down on you says,
"No circle claims you. No road receives you without confession. Confess your sin."
Confess what?
I don't want to do this again.
Are we meant to confess every bad thing we've ever done? I don't understand.
Tell me your greatest sin so that you may continue.
I feel like I remember reading about this as well. The tail. That's right. When he judges you, his tail coils around, and how many times it wraps around him is what level of hell you belong in.
the tail wraps around your legs without you even realizing, PB. As you look down, you recognize that it's coiled 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6. And as it stops, you feel the pointed edge of this tail like a long blade press against your thigh. You notice that it draws blood and you feel that sensation of pain. Above you, the voice says,
"Perhaps yours is heresy."
Oh my god. I would like to use an aspect.
okay.
May I do that? There is one in the pool.
Yeah,
May I make one?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
You can burn. Yeah.
I would like to make an aspect.
So you're invoking
No,
using a fate point?
I'm not invoking one. There's one in the pool that somebody got us last week that we never gave to anyone because it didn't. There wasn't a moment where it seemed
Basically, they
applicable.
have one free one.
Yeah, we have a free one. And then we also have a seal, but I think only the poet or the GM should decide if a seal is used because it basically makes your aspect permanent. So the way that I set it up was you could only have up to 3 aspects at a time before you have to start losing them. Unless maybe, the fates or chat wants to make that aspect permanent. I just imagine there would be a lot of aspects potentially being created by the poet. And then if, So there's one in the pool that I would like to use. I would like to make one called Virgil. And for those of you who are familiar with Dante's Inferno, or the Divine Comedy, Virgil is the guide that walks with Dante through hell. And because I was the original like GM prepping this show, and I did research and I know a little bit more maybe than you guys do maybe about the Divine Comedy. I know I know some things.
I've played a game with Dante and Virgil in, I think, so I think I've got it.
So you've got it. I just want to be able to, when applicable, mirror what Virgil did in hell, if I can remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This allows you to create an aspect.
We have one banked, yeah. So I would like to just create an aspect that says I'm basically Virgil. And I think when you create an aspect by default, it gets one free invoke, or are we doing 0?
Oh, I have no idea if that. You tell me. When you create it, you get to use it, do you?
Well, when you create it, you basically get one free invoke before you then have to use a fate point, but I'm happy to use a fate point as well. I have 3. What do we want to do when we create them was my thought.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to use one.
Yep. Okay. So I'm using one of my original 3. So now I'm down to 2 fate points. And I'm going to invoke I'm basically Virgil. Because I know that in the story, Virgil confronts Minos and says that Dante is on a like sanctioned journey through hell, and that he cannot be stopped, essentially, or judged or damned, and they must go through all the levels. So I would like to try to do that. I feel like I have to roll because this is like, Minos, but I don't know what you would like me to roll here.
Well, I think that this probably gives you a bonus to one of your skill rolls, right? That's essentially what you want to do, and you want to try and maybe contest something with Minos.
Yeah, so I can...
So I think since you are invoking this aspect, we figure out what this contested roll with Minos is.
Yeah, so I can either
and then you
add
roll against it.
Yeah, I can either add 2 to my roll, or I can give 2 to an ally, or I can add 2 opposition when the aspect works against someone. So I could, if Minos was going to roll, then I could add 2 opposition for that, whatever that means. Assuming make it more difficult.
Yeah, I don't know how to roll for something in this because we don't have the fate die, right? How do we do it?
Well, I would roll, but what I did was I just created a chart that was like the levels of hell have a base difficulty. And then if you want to add anything to that, you can. So like...
Yeah, but what are you rolling? Like
I'm rolling
D6s?
I would roll my relevant skill.
Yeah,
whatever
but how
you
would
choose.
Minos roll? Oh, you're just saying...
I'm just rolling
all we
against
do is
the
set
difficulty that you
for
set.
everything.
Yep, that's right. Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah, okay. And then, so you would roll here, so you have to pick a skill to roll.
Yes.
And then we reduce the difficulty because you're invoking this aspect?
I would add 2 to my roll.
You add 2 to your roll?
That would be one of the decisions I could make, so yeah, I would do that. Yep.
Okay.
And Lust has a default difficulty of 2. And obviously, because it's Minos, that's like Lust in general. Anywhere here would have a default difficulty of 2, but you can add the difficulty if you want, because it's...
Minos adds no difficulty to this.
Okay. What skill would you like me to roll? Mercy?
I think this is up to you. What do you think? Because you're invoking, I guess you're invoking 2 things. You're invoking Virgil.
Yeah.
And what Virgil would do. What would Virgil do? And
yeah, that's
WWVD.
That's exactly what I'm renaming the aspect right now.
I thought is presence.
Presence would also work too.
But also, like, this is partially just you pulling information that you know. You're using meta knowledge.
Yeah.
To surpass your own game. You're
Yeah.
what's that bookkeeper? What was that called? That movie.
Oh,
You know what? An even deeper cut. Anyone ever play the game Comics Zone? The worst name ever for anything. And he was a comic writer, and he got pulled into his own comic book, and he had to fight his way through his own comic book. That game was really, really hard. Try and say Comics
Greg's
Zone.
life. This is
He
Greg's
had a little
life.
pet rat, yeah. That's you right now. PB's going to be playing Comics Zone next week on her own channel. Tune in. Let's see if you can beat it in a quicker time than me, which was 40 years. I never beat it. It was so hard when I was young. So, yeah. What do you think? I think you could pull from many of these different skills.
I would say either resolve or presence.
Are we supposed to have points in these skills, by the way? Because
Yep.
I got them at the end last week. I don't know if you got them.
Yeah, at the end
I
of
didn't get
last
any.
week. Yes, we did. At the end of last week, we got 1 skill at 3, 2 skills at 2, 3 skills at 1, and 3 skills at 0.
Oh, fuck. Is that somewhere on here that I can figure
Yeah.
this out in a minute when I'm player again?
I'll do that. There you go.
Wunderbar. I will put
Wunderbar.
it in here under the images of slip roads in the UK. No one needs to know what me and Wack were talking about before the show. So what are you going
perfect.
with?
I would like to do resolve or presence. I think resolve is good because it's like, it's tenacity. I'm determined that no, in fact, I am not going to immediately be damned to heresy. I'm not going to be subjected to Minos' decision, and neither is Wack. I'm not actually appealing to his mercy. I am speaking with some sort of authority. So I feel like it would either be presence or resolve. I have 2 in presence, and resolve is 3. So that is up to you, I think. I feel like I have an old man's grit as well aspect, but you can't invoke 2 aspects at once, right?
I don't think. I mean, maybe if you burn a fate point.
And it gives me... Yeah,
You're burning
I would
a
do
fate
that.
point
Yeah,
to-
that's fair. That
to-
makes sense because you're using
to
it.
add another plus
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
don't remember what Old Man's Grit did. What was that?
It was related to resolve. I believe it's like let me see.
You need an aspect that is, I need to stop relying on my memories for stuff and write it down.
Yeah. Nope. Old Man's Grit is 2 free invokes, which is interesting, versus the Sinner, which has 3. But it is related to resolve.
You guys are getting free invokes?
That's what it says in here, free invokes. I don't know what that means, really. But we can just use fate points. We don't need... There's no
Free invokes means
There's no free
you don't...
invokes in hell.
Yeah, free invokes just means you don't spend the fate point.
Yeah.
And then
but how
once
do you
they're
get
done,
free
then-
invokes?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It looks like it's based... Oh, you know what? I am making a decision. We're in hell, so nothing gets free invokes, but I can add it to the wheel. So that
Right.
you can get a free invoke and then you can add it to
That's
something.
good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I put them on for the internalized shame, just so that I marked how many times we got hit by it.
Right. You mean for free invokes?
Yeah.
Oh.
You saying we get 1 free invoke of it because we didn't
don't-
use our 1 free invoke?
I'm not saying mechanically. I just said this is just... I'm just curious how many times we get hit by it. So I use it as a marker.
Oh yeah,
So-
there's a note section underneath the free invokes that you could mark. I just think it's a good idea to set it to 0 because we're in hell, and then let chat help
I think
us.
it's 0 as well.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Okay, I think you should use resolve for this one over presence because it was a quick decision that you made.
Okay, so then I will use an extra fate point, bringing me down to only 1 fate point left, to invoke the old man's grit from my grandpa, and stand my ground here and roll with a +4 for resolve.
Okay.
And horrifying. Okay.
Do it. Good.
3.
Yeah. A success. And this doesn't mean anything, right? The level of success is just a success.
It's up to you. There are certain things that are like, if you are a certain margin above, then it's considered a success with flair or something like that. Yeah. But the default difficulty is 2, so I only beat it by 1, which is crazy with a +4. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the enormous form of this being, you see the tail uncoil, you feel it uncoil from your leg, and slide back up and curl around the throne. And for you, PB, he begins to kind of fade away. It's sort of a strange optic illusion, because you're looking at him, and as you're looking at him, the sky in the background with this sort of constant swirling maelstrom seems like it's removing him from your sight, like paint strokes are painting him away, but it's the distance painting away the foreground. And as he vanishes from your sight, not yours, Whack, he says,
Very well. But remember, you walk alone. And until you figure out who you are, you will remain nameless.
and then he is gone for you. However, Whack is still experiencing this being. For you, Whack. For you, Whack, you feel the tail wrap around you, and it wraps up your legs, around your waist, and then you feel it kind of just above your hip line, this kind of dagger, kind of in your back a little bit, poking in, and you can feel like some blood running down the small of your back. And he says,
Perhaps you consider yourself a fraud.
Now, mechanically, is this considered a compel?
No, I wouldn't say that it is.
Because I would accept it.
And get a fate point. So for those that don't know, when the poet or the GM compels a player, I do believe a compel is invoking the aspect, isn't it? No, sorry, it's
just when
you're presenting a narrative like consequence or something like that, and you can either accept
a difficult choice,
Yep.
a trouble, or a meaningful consequence.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'll reveal to you afterwards why it isn't.
Okay.
This is fucking awesome. What the fuck?
My greatest sin is my negligence to face my problems head on.
The tail loosens itself and begins to slowly unravel around you. The huge smile on this being opens wide. As it does so, there's a moment where you're kind of lost in this smile, and you lose you lose yourself within that smile for just a moment, and then a flash of teeth, the sound of screaming somewhere in the distance, and then you witness that you're actually back on that same path with a lot of these different translucent beings moving around you and through you and past you, and you're moving through and past them. Even if you find yourself not moving, it's kind of got that weird ghosting effect that you might find in movies or TV, as you're kind of looking around. Above you and ahead of you there is this very large maelstrom. You hear as this sort of transition begins, the voice say,
You should seek mercy, but not from others.
and ahead of you, you recognize the form of PB amongst all of these different ghosts, a much more solid form. There is sort of a bridge that is kind of arcing upwards and heading towards just an endless looking storm and maelstrom ahead of you. There is no sense of this being, Minos, and his throne behind you. If you look back, it just seems like an endless road, and then ahead of you seems more like an endless bridge as it's kind of arcing upwards. Again, it's pretty much just heading directly into what looks like essentially a set of storm clouds.
And sorry, PB's still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You are back together again, yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
No.
I mean, obviously, but I just mean, I didn't mean to leave you there. I just remember from reading the text that Virgil steps in before Dante can begin to confess and all that, I think. So I was just trying to help. I didn't think I'd leave you behind.
It's not the reason that I'm not okay.
I think I
Need you
might
to
be doomed
understand
to
that.
leave everybody behind all the time here.
Why do you think you're doomed or destined to do anything?
Because it's a sin I committed, and I would imagine that I am just doomed to repeat it here. Forever. Because I wrote it. Sort of. I mean, it's going to be my twisted, fucked up version of hell, and that's what I would do. That's what I do in my, waking life, I guess. Jesus. And I'm just looking at all of the people that are like whipping by us, screaming and like, being whipped up into this nexus.
I wonder if these are all Elon Musk's victims.
Dark. First of all, I said I would tell you why you didn't, you weren't being compelled, and it's that you didn't even have to answer him. You can just walk past him. Second, we got 2 marks of Minos.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Hell yeah.
Yes, from a
now
generous.
we've met him. So now we know who that is.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfectly timed.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider that. That's insane.
Yeah.
Marks of Minos.
So those are basically aspects that we
one
then,
each, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is what you've got here the 1d10 thing, or do we just make them up? Make them up.
It can be a thing, but I think we should just make them up. I just made it just in case you guys panicked and didn't want to do the brain of making one relevant, but it's
Yeah.
actually way easier to make a relevant one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I also think that that's how, from my learnings of Fate that I have done throughout the week, it wasn't a lot, by the way. This is a really simple and, I think it's supposed to be quite a simple and adaptable system.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think at this point you've passed Minos, you're on this bridge, you're seeing all of these people kind of move up into this endless storm that seems to be at the end of this bridge. You move past Minos, you have this brief conversation. It's a perfect time to give yourself both another mark of Minos or a this is a stunt, actually.
Okay.
Am I wrong? Oh,
No.
it was an infernal gift which is a stunt that lasts until the end of the session, is what you wrote down, but I don't know if we've changed it.
Yeah, a stunt or aspect. I think aspect makes more sense.
Yeah.
But
Shall I edit this? Can I
yeah,
edit it?
yeah, please. But it is only temporary, so we would need the wheel to land on a seal to be able to make it permanent.
Right, that's
also,
what we were doing.
I just saw a tip come in for +1 to the poet, which is a damnation that the poet can use, basically a fate point for the poet. I'll update.
Wheel also landed on damnation.
Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. So that brings the damnation pool to 5. Oh my god.
This is an aspect that we lose at the end of the session
Yes, unless it's made permanent.
with a seal.
Yeah.
Okay, and we each get 1 right now?
Yes, we're each
Yes.
getting an aspect.
You sure you don't want these to be stunts?
We can make them stunts. Remind me the difference again between, because stunts just have a mechanical thing to them.
Yeah, so
So a stunt is not narrative, really. A stunt is
Stunts
like
are a
temporarily while you're in
mechanical-
here, you get a +2 to something, or you get a whatever.
It's
Okay, yeah.
It's an exception or a bonus.
Then yes, they should be stunts, and then they get converted into permanent
Aspects
stunts or
are like
aspects.
vague
Yeah. Okay.
personality things
Yeah.
that can be applied to like any general situation, and then you can invoke a fate point if you think it would give you a bonus or whatever. Whereas
Okay.
a stunt is specifically like +2 to this because, you know, it's something. It's basically a skill proficiency
Yeah.
in
Okay.
D&D.
Yes. Then I think
So,
they should
Mark
be
of Minos
stunts.
is get a temporary stunt.
Yep. And then the seal makes it a permanent stunt.
Yeah.
Because those are going to be really important as we progress.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So what stunt would you like to give us then that's applicable to this?
Oh, I think like even with the aspects, you should make up your own stunt.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? Or like, you know, based off of this situation, it should be something that you've gained here. Even if it's something you recognize or learn about yourself because of the thing that just happened,
Yeah.
you know. Like for you, I think maybe something to do with the fact that
Insight?
immediately there was this absolutely enormous thing in front of you and you were like, no. You almost did the Neo no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
I
also
sort
did
of
the thing I
tried,
do
yeah.
when I'm lucid dreaming, when I'm having a really bad nightmare and then I realize that it's a dream and then I can activate lucid dreaming sometimes. And I go, fuck this, and I make it go away. Very rare, but I've done it a
Yeah.
few times in my life.
It's either that or something related to insight and recognizing that even though I was trying to help, I accidentally involuntarily recreated like leaving Whack behind. So
You abandoned Whack by accident.
yeah, I abandoned Whack by accident. So maybe something related to insight as well.
Yeah.
I'm happy to
mean,
do resolve, but it makes my resolve a little OP, which
Yeah,
shouldn't be anything
you made
I'm
yourself
worried about.
Dante, but what does that make Whack?
No, I made myself Virgil. Whack would be Dante.
Oh, I thought you. I see. I thought you summoned Virgil and was like, you know, what would Virgil do? And then because Virgil got Dante through the thing.
Yeah, and I was trying to do that with the two of us. I was trying to say, no, we're on a sanctioned thing we must get through, and then, but he only let me through, not Whack. So
Yeah, because you're nameless.
yeah. I
You are
feel like
neither
is that
Virgil
a
nor Dante.
compel? Are you compelling me to take an aspect called nameless? Because if so, I accept.
I would like to, because I do think it is very fun that you were like, I'm Virgil, I'm Dante,
Yeah.
he's Dante, I'm this, I'm that, you know, and then you came out of it nameless instead and failed
Yeah.
Whack. So, yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I think so. That gives you a fate point.
It does give me a fate point, bringing me to 2.
And you need to take the nameless aspect.
Okay.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
The aspect is some sort of truth about yourself that we can invoke, either for bonuses for you or it's a thing that the thing is, I think when we're compelling stuff, we're actually supposed to be compelling the aspects. So you having the nameless aspect is something that I can then grab and use as a hook to compel you to do something.
Like if I'm saying anything related to identity, where I'm like, but I'm PB, and you go, no, in fact, you're nameless, and I'm going to invoke that.
It creates,
Yeah. So I'll just put in the notes anything related to a struggle with identity.
All right, that's the aspect. You still need a stunt based off of all of this. So do you, Whack.
Whack, do you have any thoughts on your stunt?
It's pretty much going to give you, I would say, it's going to give you what, a plus. We'll call it a +1. Whatever it is that you get out of this is a +1 to one of these skills based on the stunt, not your skill. So your stunt would give you a +1 to rolls as long as you invoke that stunt. It's even more specific than just the general skill roll.
So fucked up. Okay. So
all of the money in this show, by the way, thank you so much everyone that is tipping, is going towards wax therapy that he needs at the end of this 9-week run. You can use our code at BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/Tablestory.
This place that we are in right now is where my mind usually is.
Lust?
Yes.
The
based on the TikToks he sends me.
Yeah.
That's the joke I was going to make as well.
Yeah. I was really hoping for a different experience when we came here.
Yeah, I know.
I was hoping there was ass everywhere. I mean judgment over my own actions. I would be Minos in this situation with myself as the person walking up to Minos. Myself judging my own actions and thinking about all of the choices that I made and the guilt that I generally feel at any given time for those choices. It's a bit of an inoculation. In this situation. So my stunt, I'm thinking, is I'm used to this.
Ooh.
I'm used to this. Okay, and it gives you a +1 for what under what situation?
Is that a seal?
We got 2 mercies, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, mercy is... Oh, did it spin? I can't see the spin.
Yeah. Two mercy for the bank, and then the spin landed on seal.
Right.
So mercies...
Let's get him locked in.
Yep, I got it.
We'll figure him out, and then... Yeah.
I think
Are you keeping track of this bank, by the way? Because I have no idea.
It's in the very top of our group, the GM notes. Up by pools.
Oh,
yep.
All right. Okay.
I think I would apply this, as weird as it sounds, to insight.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily because I think about it all the time. Think about...
So, to be unbelievably specific. For example, I have a stunt which is while actively doing something towards my goal, it's +2 to resolve, right? Basically, what is it write it mechanically. Why does this give you a +1 to insight? Under what condition and specific situation does it give you a +1 to insight?
I'm contemplating my own actions.
There you go. Done.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right, PB. You get a stunt.
I think, and you said it's to insight, Whack?
Yeah.
I'd like to do the same thing.
Wow.
Because
It's
I...
copying me.
Yeah, because I just had that insight standing here and said I might be doomed to just abandon people throughout the entirety of hell. So I think, I think I'd like to use that as well, even though it's for a different narrative reason. It's very similar.
Okay. Now, one of you gets to lock it in permanently. One of you loses that at the end of this session unless we lock in another... what is that on the wheel spin? The...
we technically
seal?
have 2 seals if you want to use them both, but I am
We
also...
do?
Yeah, we technically have 2,
I think use them both, yeah.
Okay.
You just passed...
You don't have to, yeah.
The demon of judgment.
And this is a +1 or a +2?
This is a +1.
I think it should be a
+1.
+1 until
Okay.
people, like unless people upgrade it, like they do everything.
well.
Yeah. Because we're in hell, dude. Like we shouldn't, everything should be a struggle.
Yeah.
How do you upgrade it? Another
With,
seal.
yeah, either another
an
seal
aspect?
or, no, because aspect isn't the same thing as a stunt, but it would probably be like a level up or something like that. I can actually add
right.
something to the wheel.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I understand the difference between stunts and situational aspects.
So I think situational aspect would be something like you have a sprained ankle or you didn't sleep last night and that aspect is going to go away, whereas a regular aspect is like your nature, something a little bit more permanent, and then a stunt is a very specific mechanical thing that
Yeah,
you do,
the
and you
way
don't
that-
need a fate point to use a stunt. Right, Brad? Is that right?
Yeah, the way that I watched a video to try and figure this out.
Yeah.
And the guy described it as you have scenes, and a bunch of scenes make up like an adventure, and a bunch of adventures make up a campaign, or something like that. He said a situational aspect is something related to a scene, and a normal aspect is related to you or the place. Or like you can also do it you can have an aspect that's related to, like, I could give you the fucking amulet that Doctor Strange has, and you can put an aspect on that amulet. You know what I mean? So you can put aspects. They don't have to be on you they don't have to be about you as a person. I don't think you can put an aspect on, like you could have Deckard's gun. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's the way that it works. It's like, I think that it's, the thing is we're in
Wouldn't
like a
that be a
really
stunt?
like fucked up area. I don't think so. I think
Okay.
these are aspects, as in why that. I think that
Right, because then you would be
the stunt
like,
would be that the gun is good.
yeah, and then you go, when you're in combat, you go, I'm invoking and using a fate point because I have Deckard's gun
Right. It's
to give
based
me
on,
+2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
it's
that.
The
Love that.
vagary, the vague understanding of it. So I
Yeah.
think a
It's
situational
just like a narrative
aspect.
beat, almost.
Right.
Yeah.
A situational one is one to do with the actual scene you're in. So it's stuff like if you say you were sneaking, you're a bunch of rogues and you're sneaking down an alleyway. The alleyway is really dark, and you can invoke
The fact that you're in
The
darkness
darkness.
and that's temporary. Yeah. Okay.
as a situational aspect.
Yep. That makes sense.
And then you use that to some advantage or to some compelled thing. So like, it's a disadvantage for you, so I'm going to compel you to have to do this to be able to whatever. Or because the alley is dark, I can invoke it, and you can sneak past the guards. You're a bunch of rogues in the dark. This is, I think that's how it works. I don't know how to award them though. I don't know how you get situational ones, unless it's just I think it's just the
So-
GM has described the scene.
Yeah, what might be interesting for a situational aspect is each layer of hell that we're in. would be a situational aspect, would it not? Like we are in lust.
Right, yeah,
So
that's
you
pretty
could,
good.
yeah, you could invoke that.
You should just do
Yep,
that.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
And just add the situational aspect of lust.
Yep. But it is,
And we'll change it
it should
everywhere.
be 0 free invokes for everyone, including the poet, because we're in hell.
Right.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
still
that.
a fate point.
Yeah, I love that so much. Also, this is our adaptation of Fate Condensed. So I'm taking notes as to
Yeah,
the
also
decisions we're making live. Yeah, like this is great.
I'm very likely to be wrong of the three of us.
No, but
You know, like last
I mean,
week,
it
I
is-
spent the whole time just being scared and confused.
Yeah.
'cause I was so overwhelmed. This is how I learn shit. I have
Yeah.
to learn it over the course of a week very slowly. And then I kind of get it a bit. And I also, I'm way better at like watching a couple of YouTube videos on it than just reading the book. Although I did get the Fate books. If you want them.
Yes. Fate Condensed? Fuck yeah. Okay. I have made a note that that's what we are doing
Okay.
for situational aspects. Okay.
Yeah. Again, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, we'll figure it out by next week, or someone
Yeah.
can tell us.
Yeah.
If someone else knows. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because I also had this same thing, whack, where I was like, well, what the fuck is the situation? So last week I was adding situational aspects as my aspects to my sheet. That's why I was like, oh, this must be wrong now, and I had to figure it out. So basically, I think, yeah, you two get these two things permanently, right? What did you add, PB? What was yours?
My own mirror +1 to insight is a stunt.
As a stunt.
Yep.
And it is when? When do you use it?
When it's related to reflecting on my own habits or my own person.
Okay. And then and now we're caught up with the
Yep.
wheel and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We are. We have Damnation, which is your fate points to use, is at 5 right now. Grace is at 3. We also have 3 banked Mercy. I would love to use one to clear my mental stress right now, if you're cool with that, Whack.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm clear. All right.
Then we have 2 left in the pool. And you made both of those. You sealed both of those stunts for us, right, Brad? So that's permanent?
Yes, we blew both of those seals to make those permanent.
And
just because I think it was like a fun moment.
No, it's perfect. They're there for you to use as the poet. So that means we are at 0 seals and 0 banked aspects as well. Okay.
As you two are standing there and these bodies are moving past you, again, as I said, it feels a bit like you're on a kind of conveyor belt. Sometimes it feels like you're standing still on a bridge. Sometimes it feels like the bodies are moving past you. Sometimes it feels like you're being moved along this road and this path and this bridge. Sometimes it feels like all of those things. Sometimes you're able to focus on PB and you, PB, on Whack. Sometimes it feels like you're almost like losing them in this maelstrom and chaos. The strange sensation of the bodies moving past you and that sensation of being pulled forward starts to actually affect you physically at this point. You recognize that you're being, it's almost like when you're being pushed over by extreme wind and extreme conditions. You're being pushed towards this maelstrom, and as you have this conversation with one another and you're kind of thinking about yourselves, you kind of glance over and recognize you're much closer to this thunder cloud. And again, it is just it's almost like a wall of thunder cloud. Inside it, you sort of recognize bursts of sort of deep red and white cracks of lightning that split through the sort of grey pallor of these clouds. But there's a sense of wind, there's a sense of pressure, and there's also, I think, a sensation of this kind of restless sea, almost as if you're on a ship, even though it feels like you're standing on a bridge. There's that sensation of instability. You're trying, and you're sort of used to standing still, but in fact the ground underfoot is moving as well. You also recognize these figures, the damned, along with yourselves, are being swept up and pulled closer and closer and closer to this thing. Some of them are pulled into it, and you see them scattered into the maelstrom. Some of them you catch just at the last moment, sort of strange voices rising and fading. Some of them are pulled downwards and kind of look as though they're being crushed under an extreme pressure against the bridge itself. The two of you also feel this sensation of being swept up, pushed, pulled, and dragged towards the actual depth of the maelstrom. Inside the maelstrom, as you're pulled towards it, you recognize that there are endless amounts of people and figures being pulled around, swept around as if you're caught in an enormous tornado. It's at this point I need athletics checks from everyone. So this is,
in this case,
what,
it would be body.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I think it's body. So
Or agility, either one.
Yeah, I don't know what these things mean, so let me look at them again.
Are
Body
we
is strength,
swept up?
endurance. Agility is running, climbing, and dodging. Actually, I think it is just body. I think it's exclusively body. What did you ask, Quack?
Are we being like swept up?
You are being, it feels as though you're being swept up, but it's not quite as simple as that, because I think it depends on this roll, what happens to you.
Oh, God.
I am going to
Okay.
use my little rope.
Oh, you have a little rope.
Oh
And
my
throw it to
God, that's
PB.
right.
Okay. Are you tying
I
yourselves
feel like
to each
your
other?
rope is a stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
is. So the rope would
it's-
be the stunt that gives you +1 when you're using the rope to whatever roll it is that you're doing.
Well, since I'm tethering it to you and we're in the same situation, I don't know if that applies. But I am going to throw it
I
out
think that's
towards
the,
you.
yeah. It's the problem is I don't know how many aspects we're meant to have, but we're going to have hundreds by the end of this.
Well, no,
I don't
because
know.
they only stay permanent. They only stay permanent if they get sealed. So otherwise we lose them,
Yeah,
right?
fair enough. Which means he would have lost it last week, though.
Which
so
one?
let's say
A
the
little
rope, because he didn't add it as an aspect. So I
Yeah.
think he should have added it. I think this is actually an aspect.
Okay.
Again, I'm ready to be absolutely scored to fuck by
No,
next
this
week.
is
And how
fine.
embarrassing
Yeah,
it
this
is
is
that I've
good.
showed up
This
and been
is
like,
good.
I think I understand this, guys, and everyone's like, you didn't understand anything. It's so embarrassing that you did that. But
So I think if that's the case, then I didn't notice that it's gone when I reach for the rope.
Hold on. Does anyone, and only if you can, but I'm just saying now would be a wonderful time to seal that if anybody wanted to do that.
yeah, I
Or
don't
work
think you did
together
lose it,
to
Wack, 'cause
seal that.
it's not fair that no one had the chance to let you keep it last week,
We're
because
in
we
hell.
didn't.
None of this
Yeah,
is.
Yeah,
none of
but
this
you
is fair.
didn't-
And
you
also, they
also-
had an entire episode to seal it.
Hey,
I'll give you this much. You can't lose something you didn't have, and we didn't add it as an aspect. So now you add it as an aspect. And I'm pretty sure aspects can be objects.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think there's an inventory.
No, there isn't.
So I think this is how you do it. So you're invoking the aspect of your little rope. And you can tie an aspect to it, which is that you created this as your only singular
So
item.
I'll,
I think
uh,
PB gave us robes as well in the beginning.
so I
it
guess
sounded
I'll
like.
use a
Yes.
fate point to use it then.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Normally we wouldn't. But you have a little rope, and anytime you use your little rope, you can add your +2 when you burn a fate point.
Yep.
And you're going to tie yourself to PB.
Yep.
Actually,
God.
I think, do you know what? This is hell. You need to roll me to see if you tie this to PB first as you're being swept up and recognize. Do you do it before you guys are swept apart? So I think for you, this one is probably agility or maybe guile.
Guile is sneaky.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was thinking guile
And like
could be
lying
like
and stuff, right?
Yeah.
dexterous hands. This is quick movement, right? So I think this is an
Yeah,
agility check.
the only like physical ones that we have are violence, body, and agility.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agility, and you get your +2 if you burn a fate point.
Fair. 2.
And did you do it?
Yes.
As in
2.
you burned your fate point?
I will burn a fate point, but I thought this is to determine if I can use it, or did I misunderstand?
This is just to successfully tie yourself to. The two of you tie yourselves together.
Yeah. So as long as I throw the rope, say PB, and I throw the rope to you, and
Good idea.
Have you both seen the movie Twister?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. When they tie themselves to the thing and then they get lifted up.
Yeah.
It's just that traumatized me as a child.
So yeah. Then I actually have to do the body.
Then you got to do a body check. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now that was successful, I get a +2 to the body roll because of the aspect and invoking using a fate point.
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing another one.
Well, because you asked for a body
Yeah,
roll.
you asked.
You asked for me to throw the rope and then do the body roll, right?
Yeah. Those are two separate checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd have to burn 2 fate points for both individual checks.
Because you were every time you
the first
invoke it, you spend a point.
Yeah. The first point is your agility to throw, and successfully PB grabs it and you are able to throw this thing to her, and you got a +2 to that, burned a fate point for it. The second roll is a body check, which is just the being swept up body check, and you can use, I don't even know how the rope is going to stabilize you actually, because all it's going to do is make sure you don't lose PB,
Yeah.
which you're successful on. I don't think it stabilizes you, so I don't know if it actually needs to be. I don't think you can invoke the rope to help you here, unless you're using it to tie yourself
I
to
just don't want to get separated.
the road.
I'm
You're
not
you're
aware
already
that
not
we are
going
in
to.
a show where we will not be separated.
Yeah. Okay, but we are
Oh
in a
no,
show,
we
which means
absolutely
that's when
can
the
be separated.
That's when the mechanics come in.
Yep.
But the role isn't to be separated. The role is how the
I'll
maelstrom
burn
is
2
lifting
fate
you.
points. Fuck it. Why
Yeah.
not? It's fine.
Just throwing it out there that it's $15 to give a fate point. $15 to give a fate point to either the poet, which is right now Brad, or us, Whack or I. Just saying.
Good thing I
How many
did it,
have I
'cause
got?
that was a 2.
We're gonna need those. You have at the top of our thing. You have 5 fate
Damnation
points.
is fate.
Damnation is for the poet, and grace is for the players. So
Right.
technically, we have 3 in a pool. After we run out of ours, Whack, we've got 3 points to spend in a pool.
Okay.
Okay.
The
I got a 2 because I got a +2. Otherwise, I would have had a
maybe
0
you need
on
to
it.
roll me a body check as well.
Okay. So, question. How do I use a fate point to give myself a bonus here? Do I have to be using an aspect?
If you have an aspect
To
or a
invoke a
stunt,
relevant aspect.
that is relevant, then you can. Otherwise, you simply can't.
Otherwise,
It's basically
I just
the
can't.
same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the same as in D&D. If you had a proficiency in a skill, you would automatically have that thing, but you're just manually doing it with this.
Okay. Now I understand the aspects and why Old Man's Grit is an aspect and not a stunt. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I use Old Man's Grit for this? Which is just
Yeah.
the fucking willpower to resist or the fucking I fucking refuse to give up.
Yeah, you're an old man in a tornado. You're literally the guy from Twister.
Old Man in the Sea and
and from the Old Man in the Sea.
So then I will use a fate point, bringing me down to 1 to give me +2 on this roll. Otherwise, I'm screwed, and I might even still be screwed.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, I have 0
Too
in that,
bad.
by the way.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, so based on what you were going to get here was going to depend on which one of the things that I described would happen to you.
Oh God,
you either
okay.
get whipped up into it, you get pushed down, you get lost, you get struck by lightning, you get sort of sent over the edge of this thing, and
Oh my God.
you fall downwards. Whack, you are feeling, instead of being pulled up and into this maelstrom, you actually feel that sensation of almost as if like gravity starts increasing massively. You are immediately pushed down maybe to your knees and then pushed down onto the ground, and then it feels like you're being crushed by the pressure of increasing gravity into the sensation of like a stone bridge here. Separately, PB, you are lifted upwards, but as Whack throws this rope to you, you suddenly see him fall down, and then you are lifted upwards, and actually Whack is kind of holding you in place as your legs lift up above you. Your hair is whipping around your face. The robes are whipping around you, but Whack seems to be completely still, being crushed. You probably hear him grunting and groaning against this, holding on to this rope of grey grass that he had made. You at the same time holding on to it, the both of you feeling it cut into your fingers and into your palms of your hands, holding on for dear life. PB, you did so well here that I would now like you to describe to me how it is that you are able to release Whack from the pressure and allow both of you to safely ascend up into this maelstrom. There is no way of not ascending into this maelstrom, but there is dangerous and safe ascents.
I can hear the screaming around me as people are being whipped up into this maelstrom, and I ground myself in the feeling of the stone, even though it's wet and everything smells slightly rotten and off, and it's swaying underneath us like we're on a ship. But I am determined not to abandon Whack again, and I grab onto the rope with my hands, and I am just holding on, and I am pulling. I am pulling so hard my hands start to bleed. And I just refuse. The rope might slip a little bit further, and then I just keep going. Old Man in the Sea style, where I am wrapping the rope around my palm, and then I grab a little bit further, a little bit more, and then I grab further, and then wrap it around, and grab a little bit further. Yes, also that. And my hands are bleeding. I begin to cry. Just as I just know that if I let go, he'll be crushed. And he doesn't, I don't even know why we're here. And eventually I pull him so that he's where I am in the space, and the pressure lifts.
Yes, and here on the hell realm of lust, Whack, you feel the sensation of release as the pressure of gravity releases you up and into the sky. The two of you whip upwards, and then you start to kind of turn over and over. The two of you sort of at one end of this rope that you've crafted. Again, it's cutting into your hands. This would actually potentially start to really hurt because you're being pulled upwards and into a sort of tornado. There is screaming ghosts of the damned all around you. There are cracks of lightning that you can feel burning past your body, your skin, the heat, these moments of heat as the two of you are spinning around and around one another at the far end of this rope that you've created. I actually think this is literally so bad you should have to roll something to not take a physical stress on your hand. So
no, I'll take that. That's a compel, and I'll take it. Right? Does that count? Is that right?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to burn one of my things here, because do I not need to burn a fate point to compel?
I think you do.
Yeah.
In that case, I've already burned one, so I should be down to 4 unless you already did that.
I think I already did it.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Then what are you doing? You're countering my thing here?
No, when you, I don't think you spend a fate point to compel. I actually don't know. But basically when you compel me, it's like you're giving me an offer. And then if I accept the complication, I get a fate point. If I refuse it, you get a fate point.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to burn.
So-
I don't know what I use fate points for.
I believe you use fate points to increase on rolls and do other stuff.
Yeah, it's actually,
I think
yeah,
you
there
use
was
a
thing
fate
about-
point to invoke aspects too, don't you? So if you wanted to invoke the sinner aspect, you would use a fate point for that?
I feel like that's the same as a compel.
No, compels are
No,
just
'cause-
complications. They're
Yeah,
not
it's like what you're
necessarily-
saying, your hands are
Yeah.
bloodied. That's a
Yeah.
complication, a narrative complication.
Right.
So,
yeah.
or you're
It's a narrative.
compelling me to roll.
Specific thing to you.
Yeah, and I'm saying, yeah, I accept the complication. I don't need to roll. My hands will be bloodied, and then that would be a temporary aspect, or you're compelling me to take a physical stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'll accept that. I'll take the physical stress, and then I will add a temporary aspect of bloody hands. So like my grip and stuff would be a little rough.
It's only one hand. What's your
My right hand.
right-handed? Thank God.
Yeah.
If you'd said you're left-handed, I would have had to have
What?
broken our friendship off. But left-handed people can't be trusted. They're from a different universe. You know, in like Fringe,
Yeah.
when they would come over and they would be like, you know, if you see someone that's left-handed, they came from the other Fringe world.
Somebody's got a goatee in Star Trek.
Yeah, they're working for like Walternet or something.
Comes from the mirror dimension.
I know what you are, left-handed people, mirror dimension doppelgangers. You're over here trying to steal our children. Yeah, so right-handed. Your right hand has this, and I think you as well, Wack. You don't have the. Wait, actually, that's a good point. I was going to get you both to do it, so. Are you doing this as well, Wack?
If
Basically,
I'm accepting,
yeah,
if I'm
the
accepting
compel.
a compilation, we're not defending against harm, right? This is considered just a compel, and this is a different thing.
Good point. This would be physical harm at the end of it, but it's not an attack.
I didn't know. Yeah, that's what I didn't.
You're just
wasn't sure
taking-
about, like, if
you're taking
defense is only taking place during
environmental
combat or not.
Harm. Yeah.
I think that taking harm in general, like you get to choose where it gets divvied up when you're absorbing the harm, but I think like defending and all that stuff is combat. I don't think it's the same as
Okay.
invoke,
Well,
but it's up to you guys.
I would just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just
I don't know about
one
that.
stress to physical. Is that what it is?
Although I did get superb. What does that mean when you roll like super well on something? Do you get something
What's the
from
max?
that?
Is it 6 or 5?
Hold on, let me check.
I think it's 5.
Yeah, so 3 or higher. So in the how to play section, it just says, say what you're trying to do. GM, aka the poet, sets a difficulty. Together you choose the closest skill and then roll 4 fate dice and a skill. And then you compare your total to the difficulty. Below difficulty, you can fail or succeed at a serious cost. Equal, you succeed at a minor cost. 1 or 2 higher, you succeed. Or 3 or higher, you succeed with style and gain an extra benefit.
Oh. God, that's annoying.
The way I treated it was that you saved Whack.
Yeah.
So technically,
That
was your
we
benefit.
need to
Yeah.
score 3 on everything to have no consequence.
Yeah. Welcome
Looks
to
like
hell.
it, yeah.
Cool.
And that's on these 2 levels. It gets
Okay.
harder each level we go
Yeah,
through.
yeah, I get
so
it.
hopefully, we get to make some things permanent or
Well, you
upgrade
actually had to
ourselves
get a
or
4.
level
you
up.
had to- I had it in my head that you had to get a 3 on that, which means you had to get a 4. So Whack, you actually failed by
Yeah.
2, and PB made it by 1. I didn't realize how
Okay.
hard that was.
Yeah, it's really everything's really hard because
So-
we started with like 0 skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But basically,
so the
Whack was about to
rope
take some
failed
more physical. Whack was about to take more physical damage from the crushing gravity of the maelstrom that PB, your superb, saved him from.
Okay.
Now it's a separate thing because you're holding on, you're in a tornado, you're holding on so tightly that it is cutting off the circulation in your hands. That it's any rope that you were holding onto in this situation would be cutting into your hands, and I wanted to give you a physical stress because of that that would be hard to do separately. You've added an extra body check on yourselves by desperately wanting to stay together. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, I failed the rope then earlier. And yeah, I didn't even get the rope to you, and I failed resisting the gravity. I don't know.
We just get a fate spin? I think we did. Did we?
Yeah, we got a tip.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's great.
75 from Shadow.
Oh.
Switch to one of the other two poets.
Oh. Oh, and Shadow doesn't name it.
You know what that means? Time to roll a D2.
Yep. Okay.
Who wants to be 1?
I'll be 2. And
Right.
I'm just adding this in here. That was an extra grace, right?
And that means a critical failure. Wax Steven becomes the poet, and a critical success means PB becomes the poet, and that was how PB judged that. Two means you get PB as a GM. 1 means you get Whack as a GM.
Mm-hmm.
You know, natural 1. Wax Steven is your GM.
Yep.
Seems right.
Okay, I have
well, let's
added.
finish this bit off then,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we'll do that.
Yep.
So, yeah, this is a separate physical check that you're having to make
Okay.
for your hands, which PB you've chosen to.
Except for a fate point. Right? I'm
wait,
accepting
so
your compel.
You've taken the physical damage.
Yeah.
And accepted a fate point.
Yep.
And Whack, you've also accepted a physical damage and a fate point. By the way, welcome to hell, motherfuckers, because if you'd let go or failed, you get a mental stress because you would have lost each other in the maelstrom. And you hold on, your hands cutting into this rope as you spin upwards and upwards into essentially what feels like an endless grey and black tornado surrounded by the damned. And now we switch. We roll the D2.
Yeah. Sounds good. Who's rolling it?
You are.
Oh, okay. That explains why it hasn't happened yet. I'm so sorry. Me.
Critical success.
Uh-huh.
Thank God.
So now I guess as you're being swept up into this maelstrom, this violent storm, the cries of the people around you get so much louder, but it's still incredibly difficult to make out anything. Their cries for help, cries about what they've done or didn't do in their life. It's almost overwhelming, and there is a moment where you realize the sound of the wind has never actually been wind. It has always been them crying. And you realize, Whack and Brad, that you are here and you are tied together as you spin in this maelstrom. What do you do?
The first thing I would like to do... Can I spend a fate point to get music playing or not? When do I get to do that?
Can you not hear what's going on?
Yeah. I hear a
Doesn't
maelstrom.
want... Yeah, he just doesn't want just the maelstrom. He wants
He wants
Final Fantasy music to be
creepy
playing
music.
in the background.
Well,
I don't
no,
mind.
you
I'm in
can't.
hell.
You're in hell. Yep. It was literally the first thing I said to you. I'm so sorry, Brad. The ambience for this
know.
week is rough for you, but you're gonna have to deal. But you can hear it, right, chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that it's not like, because sometimes I do that where it's like loud enough for me, but it's really low for you guys. But you should hear some like droning, tonal, sweeping sounds. If you want, I could increase the crying.
Yeah.
You know, so we could just really hear how
I don't
miserable
think any of
people
us
are.
need to increase your amount that you cry.
What?
You're always crying. And
No, I meant I could increase
yeah,
the.
I know the
Okay.
joke was that you're always crying.
Yep. Okay.
I was also trying to give myself the skills because I haven't done it yet. Okay, so just forgive me.
Right.
For my little joke there, all right? And
Never.
okay. What was the question? What do we do?
Yeah. What do you do as you're being swept up? Hold on. Yep.
Yeah, I since Brad's not going to chime in, I'm going to.
I was thinking. I'm sorry. I was really trying to think what I would do in this situation. It's weird going from GM to player.
Yeah.
And being like, what would I do?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to assess like where are we going, what's around us, you know, like. If we are in some sort of, I mean, I'm just trying to, as hilarious as the sound, ground myself.
Yeah.
So if we're getting tossed up into a maelstrom of some kind and we're in hell, my line of thinking is, you know, are we here for a reason? Am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be going through this? If so, what's the point? What is the point of this? Am I supposed to be getting... Is this therapy? Is this, you know, what is this place? What is it supposed to do? Is it supposed to make me a better person? If so, how do I just get it out of the way? So I think I'm trying to figure out what this current thing is about. Why am I getting tossed into a maelstrom? What is the point of it?
Okay. Would you like to make me a roll, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest that this is probably insight.
Yeah, I would also accept lore.
It's not gonna be lore for me because I really don't know fucking anything about this place.
Yeah, you don't know anything maybe about, you know, the Divine Comedy because you haven't read it, but you've played enough games, you've read enough, you've run enough shows with elements like this, you know. I would allow for a lore roll if you would like, but I think you have a +1 to insight anyway.
I have a +2 to insight.
Okay. Where's your +2 coming from?
That's the skill boost that I have.
Which skill boost? The stunt we have is only a +1
No,
unless
no,
it gets
no.
upgraded.
The skills
Level.
we got a 3, 2, and 1 in.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Level.
awesome. So, but then you also have a +1 for the stunt that we have, right?
Right.
Yep.
I'm in contemplating my own actions.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's hilarious. See, that's what I mean. Like I do that shit. That's what's going on anyway. I didn't even fucking remember that I had that in the stunts.
It's okay. I had your sheet open.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, I think I'm doing my best to try to understand what's trying to go on here. Like, this sucks, man. I don't want this shit to happen. Just get it over with. You know what I mean? If I have to do something shitty, or if I have to admit something about myself, or if I have to do some kind of penance, just let's get it over with. So I'm trying to figure that out. So I'm going to say I'm going to do the insight and I'll get the +1 from the stunt because I'm trying to contemplate how and why this is happening.
Okay. The difficulty for lust is default 2.
Well, I failed that.
Well, technically, you can pass or fail with consequence. I think it says, right? Let me just triple check.
No, I'm fully failed on that one.
I think it's only if it's below a certain thing, right? Hold on. Please hold. Below difficulty, fail or succeed at a serious cost.
I fail.
Yep. Well, you're not the poet, so I can decide if you succeed at a serious cost. You were, sorry, remind me again your specific wording here. You were trying to figure out why you belong here, or what comes next, or...
I'm trying to understand the purpose of this. The purpose of this place and what is the point of us going through this? Is it penance? Is it is the goal? What is the goal of this? Is it so that we can be better people? So that we can change, so that we can because I feel like the whole point of suffering is for change in some capacity.
Yeah.
Pain is all based on change, and it's to let you know that something is happening and you can change it. So I don't remember exactly what my specific wording is, but that was what I was trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, I think as you are spinning around, you look around you at the people that are also spinning up forever in this spiral, and I don't think there are no faces that you recognize. Just anguish, desperation, maybe, twisted expressions into like a strange need. But you can find no sense in any of this.
We also got Grace, by the way, on the wheel. I don't know how you're working that, but
It's on the top of the GM thing. So if you guys want, you can just add it. But was that just now?
Well, that was from this last. That was from the last spin. It came up.
Okay, because I added. So we have 4 Grace. So unless a new spin just came through, then I already added it to the top of the sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I don't know where that is.
It's all the way at the top of the. It says pools in our little joint DM info thing. In the admin section of our.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
Make a separate page for that, so we don't have to scroll up and down.
Oh, sure. I could also just do
We
it in
do.
Roll20, but
I
it's
don't
fine.
know.
Yeah. I just wanted us all to be able to edit it. Okay. Brad, what do you do?
What was the question you posed to Whack then? Was it just what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do while you're spinning up?
Why
in
did
this?
he get all internal about it? Was there
That's
something?
what I do.
That's just what you're doing. You're just thinking. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was worded in a different way. I would like. I don't know if there's a mechanical way to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my problem. Pretty much as an adult, here's my problem that has been increasingly getting worse since I turned 30. Is that there's a 50-50 shot in any situation that I am absolutely the guy to deal with it. No matter put any situation, I've dealt with it, and I'm living the best. I don't know. I'm whatever it is, right? So in this situation, there's a 50% chance that I'm going fuck yes, this is it. This is what I've wanted my whole life. The same as I've always wanted some sort of like post-apocalyptic world or like zombie attack or whatever, because I'm forced into purpose. I'm not just sitting around being like, I guess I could watch some more TikTok. There's no choice. I have to get up and I have to go and find food. I have to kill some zombies. You know, I've got to survive. There's a 50% chance I just have a panic attack, shit myself, and I'm the worst person for the situation.
Okay.
And I'm absolutely just fucking utterly useless, right? I'm now, and I've spawned into this. I know I'm not aware that I've spawned into this, but on some subconscious level, I've sort of spawned in here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've just appeared and my hand is hurting and I'm in a fucking tornado.
Yeah.
Part of me...
You do still remember everything before this point.
Right.
Like going through the gate. Yeah, there's a vague awareness too of being judged.
I don't have one physical stress on my hand though.
Yeah. Yep.
You do.
Yeah.
So, this is where this thought spawned from. Is that my hand doesn't hurt. And it should. And you know what that means? I'm doing it. You know, whatever it is, I'm surviving it, and it isn't, my hand isn't hurting, and I'm going, fuck yeah, dude, I'm the man. And that little part of my brain that is a stupid little, like, 18-year-old boy that is invincible is activated. And I can go, I can weather this fucking thing. And it's just a matter of, I will fucking hold on to Whack no matter what happens. I won't lose him in this maelstrom, and this thing's going to fling us out or it's going to send us somewhere. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but fuck, is it better than laying in my bed on fucking TikTok, right? 50% chance that I am now spurred to glorious purpose.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
50% chance my heart rate hits 150 and I am absolutely the worst person around. I can barely think, I can barely talk, I'm just having a full-blown panic attack, and I'm just probably gonna fucking let go and die, you know? I don't know what I do in that situation, because it's not really even me, it's just me in a panic attack, which is that other version of me that I hate so much, you know. I guess it is me.
Quick question, this is similar to the ability where you're like, just keep moving, right? You have an aspect,
right? Yeah,
that's just
I have an aspect that is, if I'm not doing something, I'm worried.
Right. And then what about
I need focus.
So do you also have a stunt that gives you any bonuses?
I have a stunt which is just keep moving while actively doing something towards my goal. I get +2 to any sort of resolve rolls. But one, I don't know if this is a resolve roll. Two, I don't know if I'm actively doing something towards my goal, because we're just spinning around in a tornado.
No, yeah, that's why I was asking, because it sounds like this is potentially, if anybody can or is able and would like to do the Mark of Minos, we can do an aspect for you, which is like, what did you say? You said the specific words that made me go, oh, that's an aspect, which was like thrown into purpose or something like that. You were like, I just suddenly, I'm here with a purpose. Do you remember what it was that you said?
No, I don't.
No. And you were not listening in that moment.
No, I was, but you left the call and came back in, or at least it looked like that to me.
Really?
I don't know if it's me, my computer freaking out, or yours, or what. It's probably mine. But for a second you dropped.
I think it's yours.
Yeah, it must be yours, because you didn't cut for me. Okay.
Yeah, something is freaking out on my end.
Saw a few hiccups.
Okay. Well, I feel like there is potential for an aspect here, which would be something like, filled with purpose or something along those lines. Did he just disappear as well?
I have a stunt called Glorious Purpose.
Yeah. Okay, what's that stunt do?
That's +1 fate point whenever I invoke Just Keep Moving.
Okay, perfect. So, we can, I was saying if somebody can or is able to do that Mark of Minos, we'll upgrade that ability. Because I feel like that's like a really good thing that you have just done here. So you're just trying to you're pulling the rope close to you, and you're like holding Whack to you, and you are refusing to let go. Are you just surrendering to this maelstrom? Or are you trying to navigate while inside it?
I'm asking you whether I am committing to purpose or having a panic attack.
Oh, okay.
Which of my Jekyll and Hyde personalities is coming out here?
Well, let's find out. I guess you make a roll.
Which roll?
Let's see.
Resolve.
Yeah, it's either resolve or mercy, or I would also accept violence for you.
They're all the same.
Well, then narratively, you can decide.
I'll go with resolve.
Okay.
But this, I think, resolve is between mercy and violence. It's just that's the trifecta of these three things: mercy, resolve, and violence. And the middle line is resolve between the two. I don't think I would lean into mercy or resolve or violence.
I am going to hold on. I'm going to spend a point. It's not too late. I'm going to spend a point to invoke your aspect. I need focus. If I'm not doing something, I'm worried, and you're not doing anything right now. You're just holding whack and hoping for the best. So we're going to increase that difficulty on that roll.
It's still a -2.
Okay, that's rough. Okay.
It's just even more of a -2.
Yeah, it's even worse. Well, no, it just means the difficulty would have been 3 instead of 2.
I'm trying to explain addition and subtraction to Brad. It's even more of a -2.
It's even more of a -2 because it was beat the number 2 and it became beat the number 4, and it was a -2, and even more of a -2 because it was even lower than 4. -2 is even lower than 4 than 2. Prove me wrong.
Sure it is. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
-2 is even lower than 4 than it is lower than 2. Prove me wrong.
Brad maths.
That's Brad maths. And yeah, okay. I purposefully did not invoke any of these aspects because I don't think that these are not doing anything.
Yeah, if I'm not doing but if I'm not doing something, I'm worried. So either I need focus or I need purpose should be invoked here, I think.
Yeah. You did something. Do I get something for it?
No, I used a fate point to invoke your own aspect.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And increase the difficulty here. By 1, and I used the 1 fate point and I removed it from the pool here. So the damnation is at 4, grace is at 4. Mercy sits at 3. We have 0 banked aspects and 0 seals.
Just so I'm clear, because I am not.
Yeah.
The grace pool that we have, what does that do?
That's your fate points. It's like a group pool of fate points that the chat has gifted you to use. Yep. So once you've used your own fate points, there's a
And the damnation pool is the GM's pool.
Yes, is the poet's pool. Yep. Okay. Yep. And then basically just recapping this here again for you guys. Every $100, no matter what it is, the wheel is going to spin and give us one of those random things. It could land on grace. It could land on damnation. Any of those things. But also, if you would like and are able to support Tablestory monetarily today, you can also just choose from the menu any of the things, and it does count twice. So if you get something off of the menu and you don't want to risk it landing on damnation and you want to make sure that you're adding to the grace pool, you can do that. You just, get it off the menu and just include either who your gift is for or which pool that you're contributing to. And it will still add to the wheel spin. So we'll get both of those things. If you don't know and you just want to support us and keep us doing what we're doing and throw some money our way, thank you so much. And the wheel will spin. And you don't have to make a decision. But anytime I've seen an exact amount come in, I've done it off the menu. So thank you guys so much. It does keep the lights on here at Tablestory and help us keep doing what we're doing. Okay. So Brad, you were asking for that roll simply to see if you
I'm having a panic attack.
You're having
it's
a panic
all over for
attack.
me.
Okay.
All I'm doing, my heart rate is like 125 and climbing.
Okay.
Breathing rapid, hands sweating. I'm probably repeatedly apologizing because I'm useless to whack in this situation and I'm going to get us killed.
Are you loud or are you... And I'm sorry, but this is hell and we agreed that we would get pretty intense here with this. Like in this moment when you are kind of panicking that you are in a maelstrom of thousands of humans from various walks of life and various stages in time and humanity here, being whipped up and thrown around in this storm, and you're holding Whack close to you. What does it look like? What do we see?
I'm holding Whack close to me.
That's what you said. You were holding on to him, and you guys were like...
Oh, I'm holding on to the thing.
To the rope.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are just holding on to the rope, spinning around each other probably a little bit as you go in through the maelstrom. But what do we see as you're holding on to this? Yeah.
There's probably this increase as my breathing starts going from sort of normal to rapid. There's a sensation. I mean, the thing that hits me is I get this sort of sensation of dizziness. My hands are probably trembling a bit. My grip on this thing is getting worse because I'm getting sweaty, and my hands are getting I don't really know how much this would affect my grip strength on this thing, but I know for a fact that my hands get sweaty as fuck when I am freaking out.
Okay.
I recognize that I'm freaking out because I almost always recognize that I'm freaking out, but I'm gone at this point. I'm probably just repeatedly thinking to myself why can't I calm down? Why can't I calm down? And I'm just not really with it.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm going to feel extremely guilty because me and Whack have been relying on each other. 1 second ago, Whack just threw a fucking rope at me.
Yeah.
You know, in the same situation immediately. He knew what to do. He took control, he threw a rope at me, and now we're being whipped up and I'm doing nothing to help him whatsoever, and I'm just completely dead weight for him. And I'm probably just muttering. I doubt he can even hear it, but I'm probably just muttering to myself, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Because I'm gonna get us killed is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. I need Whack to make one other roll and you to make another roll. And now my computer is fucking losing its mind.
It was you.
No, it's only just now. And I don't know why. However, can you both make a roll for me, please? This is going to be body, just to hang on to the rope. Hang on to each other.
I would like to invoke what would essentially be disadvantage.
Yeah, I think you should have a temporary aspect right now that is panic attack. Right? This is a situational aspect of a panic attack.
Yeah, I suck at everything.
Yeah.
During a panic attack.
Yeah.
It is my worst state. It's my least favorite state to be in. I'm my worst self, and I hate it more than anything in the whole world.
Okay. Back got a 3 for those
3.
listening. Yep.
I'm just going to put I suck at everything. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Does it mean the difficulty goes up for me?
Yes. We're going to raise the difficulty for this for you by 1.
This was body.
Which feels like, hang on, actually. I think you just do a -1 in your roll. That's way more fair. Difficulty going up is crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So I think just do a -1 in your dice. Cool.
The dice are insane, by the way.
Yeah.
For Fate.
It's crazy.
It's a blank dice, a minus symbol, and a plus symbol.
It's
like
effectively
fucking Genesis.
Well, you're rolling a d6 effectively, and 2 sides of the dice are plus, 2 sides are minus, and 2 sides are blank.
Yeah. Another -2, terrible.
We had also about $28 go towards the mark of Minos. So if anyone wants to throw in on that, just let me know. And as soon as we hit it, I'll let everyone know. Thank you so much for the support, everybody.
to get that mark of Minos.
Yeah, 22. Okay. Sorry. Brad rolled -2. Terrible. Okay. And Whack rolled 3. Okay. Whack, you are able to hold onto the rope. Could you potentially describe what we see as your resolve? You're able to hold onto this rope, spinning through the storm. And it is a crazy storm, by the way. The wind is cutting at your face. Your eyes are difficult to keep open. Like, you can feel your skin peeling back as you're like whipped up and through this tornado, essentially.
Yeah, I think like I'm trying to process everything that's happening, and it's just too much for me to focus.
Yeah.
So, I think I see Brad freaking out. And I grip the rope tighter. And I'm upset that Brad is freaking out. And I'm just like, okay, I can't figure this out. Stay in the moment and don't let Brad go.
You are able to hold on. However, Brad is not. And
Can I suggest something?
Yep.
I actively let go.
Yeah, that's fine. You are spinning and you are holding onto this rope and you're thinking to yourself, like, I need to just hang on to Brad. This will be over soon. I just need to hang on to Brad. But you lock eyes with him and exchange an expression, yours of determination and his of surrender. And he simply lets the rope go. And in a second, he's gone and you cannot see him in the maelstrom.
Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
And now, is there initiative in this system?
I have no idea, actually.
I also don't know. But why
Have a
don't...
little look.
Yeah, why don't we... why don't we go ahead and roll body? Maybe, or agility, actually.
The person with the most obvious advantage acts first.
Oh, okay. Well, you're fucked. Um...
So the answer is always PB.
Yeah. Always the poet.
And
Okay,
then you just pick who goes next.
Yeah, I'm moving this here so that everyone can see, kind of. Best case. There we go, yeah. Okay, so can we drag our tokens onto the map? I just want to make sure that you guys actually have the ability to do this. And that it works. Because your tokens should display 3 bars, which will be your 3 stresses. So your physical, your mental, and your hope. And some of those should have adjusted, by the way, based on what you chose to put your points in when you leveled up. Because we had a base of 3, I think, of physical, 3 mental, and 2 hope, but those change depending on your skills. So if you need to adjust those, definitely do that. It should do it for you automatically, but if it didn't, you might need to just re-add them.
Should I be able to see anything other than a black screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I see a black screen.
Did you switch the bookmark?
Because you're a GM.
Maelstrom?
Yes.
Just
I did.
Go to your page.
You mean me or him?
No, I'm talking to Brad.
Oh, yeah, okay.
See him on the page.
Yeah.
Might have to refresh.
Yeah, it's probably just a standard Roll20 refresh question. There's no area effect or dynamic lighting or anything, so yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna... Whoop. not do that.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out that thing. What
Nope. So
was your
I'm
thing
gonna
to set
move
up
you
the bars?
guys.
Oh.
No, I've already done it. So you guys should have three bars. You see them 3, 2, and 2 when you click on your token. 2 is for physical, the red is physical, the green is mental, and the blue is your hope, I believe. Or is it blue is hope? Or blue is mental? Let's just double check. Let me open your token.
Blue is mental.
Yep, blue is mental and green is hope. That makes sense. Star Wars. Okay. So I did that. Okay, perfect. We're going to do this. And then I need both of you to roll me. Ooh. Let's take a look here at our skills. Insight? I'd take insight or agility. Either one.
Okay. And what is the context for this?
Just to see if you see something.
Okay.
If you notice something.
So I won't use this as memory.
No.
Or
Does this still count? I'm still panic attacked, so I still have I suck everything on it, so minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
mediocre.
Average.
Well, that's a fail for both of us.
Okay, so you don't really see anything beyond the swirling of the storm itself, the occasional lightning, people that are whipping by you screaming. You see people losing their limbs as they are being ripped apart. And then you are looking around for any sign of Whack or me, Brad. Whack, you're looking for me or Brad, and I think we just got a spin. What was that?
We got a hundo from Anonymous.
Yo!
Can I let the players decide how they want to spend this tip?
That should be a seal, in my opinion. Right? Because it's up to you guys, but a seal would make one of your aspects permanent. So you don't lose it at the end of Lust. But if you guys want to do Marks or Mercy or anything like that, that's fine too. You can also wait.
The 2 aspects I've gained so far, I don't want to keep.
Yeah.
I've got internalized shame and panic attacks.
Yep.
So
You didn't add anything that was a stunt this time around that you would like to make permanent?
I've been GM for most of it.
Okay, yeah. All right, fair enough.
So I haven't really had any other opportunity to get stunts and stuff.
Okay.
So no. No.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm still up for keeping it as a seal for when we do have one we want to keep.
Well,
yeah, I think
I
we should give it as a seal,
I'm used to this and contemplating my own actions, which I have as a stunt. Which I wouldn't mind making a permanent aspect, getting a +1 on insight.
Yeah, do it.
Sorry, that was permanent.
One of them was already made
Yeah,
permanent, I thought,
the I'm used to this was made permanent. Because mine was also made permanent, and it was at the same time.
Okay.
Yep.
But we're keeping that as a stunt and
Yes.
not as an aspect.
Yes. It's just
Okay.
permanent on your sheet, otherwise you lose it each level of hell that you're on.
All right. Well,
Yep.
I don't have any others that.
All right,
Okay,
then
in the case.
I'm going to say that it's we've agreed that it's probably better to save it as a seal. So we'll set that aside, and basically we've got a seal to use that the poet can invoke or you guys can ask for at any time. But as the maelstrom is moving around you, you will notice someone reaching out to you, Whack. Again, somebody whose expression is twisted into a deep need, desperation, obsession, as they are moving very quickly through this maelstrom towards you. Brad, you will notice the same thing. And I just decide who goes first, right? It's whoever's got the advantage, which is obviously me.
The wheel also landed on temptation.
Oh, really?
It's getting higher and higher, temptation. Anyone even know that song? I think it might be a very English song.
Oh,
I don't.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna put these here. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'll get to that in a second. However, Brad gets his wish.
I get to be GM again?
No. Was that your wish? No, I was playing music.
Oh, the wish. Yes.
Did you want to be GM again? Because, I mean, that's possible. Somebody can make that happen for you.
No, I don't. I have no care either way. I'm happy to GM every single week for the entire thing, or never again. I've GM'd relentlessly multiple times a week for the last decade of my life. This is nothing.
I can handle it. It's my purpose.
It's my glorious purpose.
But I say it like Richard, what's his name? The guy from Loki who's does that. I laughed and cheered and fist pumped the air.
Oh my God.
Richard E. Grant.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys roll defense. I don't roll. So you are rolling against these creatures when they attack you. So I am.
What creatures?
What do you mean? You don't see the creatures on the map?
Yeah, but what the
Okay.
fuck is it?
Yeah. So I will describe it again. It's the same thing that's kind of like coming towards Whack. It's one of these people that is in this maelstrom, but they're focused entirely on you, whereas everyone else that you see kind of being swept up and ripped apart and moving around is kind of, you can tell they're only focused on themselves and what's happening to them. They don't really seem to notice anyone else around them. Whereas these individuals, their faces are twisted with a determination and a focus and an almost obsession, and they lock their gaze onto you and are coming at you from the maelstrom. They seem to be able to navigate their way through the storm, and they are coming after you, arms extended. And Whack. Actually, we'll go Brad because he's. I almost said he's currently useless. But you would be the one that would be surprised this round, I think. So we'll have them come after you.
Okay.
Which down over here. So you're gonna go ahead and roll your defense, my dude.
And that's just I pick whatever I want for my defense.
Let's take a look. Oh, it says attacker rolls attack and you roll defense. Okay, fantastic. So I will roll. I thought it was just that you defend against the incoming attack. Oh God, this is going to be horrific. Oh, I see. And then I can invoke one of their aspects to give them a bonus with my fate point. Got it. Okay. I'm so sorry. I am going to try to actively kill you both here. So chat, just be aware of that. If you would like to throw in some fate points on their behalf, great. Don't give them to me because I will use them. I'm going to use the damnation that we've got stacked here to invoke the swept aspect, which will give me +2 to my roll to attack you, which uses athletics. So you have to beat my 2.
And Brad is going first, you said?
Yeah.
What does it look like? Like a ghost?
Yeah, it's just a person in the maelstrom.
A very physical looking person?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you are also physical too. It's probably like
but what does this physical person look like? Are they like, what am I dealing with? Like a
maybe a woman. She looks about like 35, hair whipping around her face. She's, full of anguish. She's also in a robe, but her robe is tattered. Human, but her skin is very gray. And you can actually see like maybe old grit and dirt on her face, and you can see tear stains on her face. She's not crying now, but she was at one time. As she is lunging at you with her fingers extended as if she's going to claw at you. Rake you with her fingers.
I am not up for fighting.
Yeah.
Because I've given up entirely, and she doesn't have a weapon though. She's just trying to hit me with her hands.
She does not have a weapon.
This might be useful for me because sometimes I can get really grounded. Honestly, if someone punched me in the head, it would probably ground me really well. But what I'm thinking is I don't actually want to defend myself in the way I normally would. I don't know what would happen to me if I was literally in like a world ender panic attack and someone just started fucking attacking me completely randomly. I don't know how I'd respond. I mean, if a random woman started running at me, I'd probably just try and grab her arms to stop her from doing it. I don't think I would. I guess I would just rely on the fact that I would probably try and grab at her arms and not try and hit her back or anything like that. So whatever that stat is. What is that stat?
Well, you're going to be rolling athletics to dodge her, I guess.
Okay.
Unless you can argue something else.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I do
roll
believe
agility.
this is you trying to get out of the way, yeah, with some agility. Yep.
Okay. Mediocre 0.
Okay. Now we get to taking harm. Okay. Subtract your defense from their attack, which is you rolled a 0, which means nothing gets subtracted, right? If the attack is equal or lower, you don't take any harm. If the attack is higher, the difference is the harm that you take. So you're going to take 2 harm, and is your choice how you absorb it. And this is really important because we would naturally be like, well, she's attacking me with her hands, so obviously that's physical hope or like physical harm. But the system is very specific that the player can choose to absorb it however they like, because your bars are low, or potentially you can get taken out if you are unable to absorb everything. So when you can no longer take the physical, it then goes into mental, then goes into hope, and then you start suffering consequences, which are like lasting problems, like a broken arm or, something like that. So,
yeah.
However, I will remind you, I think we have some banked mercy, which clears your health, which I will check in a second. But for now, you're going to take 2 harm. And how do you absorb that?
I straight up just do not have the response time.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I'm fucked up. I'm freaking out. I go to just grab at her, but it's just painfully slow reaction time, and it's almost as if I barely defend myself. I think whatever she's trying to do, she simply does. I would just take both of these as physical, if that's...
Yep, that's fine.
doable.
Then, so this is so interesting because normally I would like describe like what she's doing to you, but I've chosen to wait until you describe which stress you're taking, so then I can describe how the attack comes in, which is just a fun difference. I think we actually got that one, didn't we, Whack? I'll handle that in a second. I'm pretty sure we did.
No, we got anonymous through a thing to decide how we want to spend it, and we decided.
Oh, right, and decided to keep that. So there's only 22 left for a mark of Minos here. But also, I just want to let you guys know, I did check. You have banked. You have 3 mercy, which allows you to clear 3 different harm that you take here in this moment. And if anybody wants to throw in and give them some more mercy, that's $25 to guarantee a mercy, which you can do. And again, thank you so much for your support, guys. This helps keep us doing what we're doing here at Tablestory, with cool shows and music and art and all this cool stuff. So thank you so much. Okay, now back to trying to kill you. So you took all of it as physical. So how much do you have left for physical?
1.
Okay. You should be able to update that on your token so that we can see it as well. Okay, so she is able to reach you. You're just not fast enough. Perhaps in desperation, the breathing, the panic attack, you didn't see her coming, but all of a sudden she is on you, and she takes her very long, you're noticing now all of a sudden, fingers and rakes them over your face, digging into you, and it feels very strange. You've been in a fight before, you've been struck before. This feels like she's actually able to like dig her fingers into your very being and bring them down over your face. She pulls her hands back and is getting ready to come in for another attack. When we switch to... Is it just random who goes next?
You pick. I think the same as, the other bullshit.
Okay, then I am going again. I'm going with the other character here. Just because you guys are surprised. So I feel like that would make sense. Okay. All right, so Whack, you're getting an attack in as well.
After someone takes their turn, they choose who acts next. Whatever that means.
So that means I took my turn and then I choose again.
Who goes next?
Yeah, okay. So then, okay, that's fine. I like that. That's fun. But to me, it makes sense, not just because I'm trying to kill you, but it makes sense that you guys were surprised you failed your roll to notice anything. So this other being now is going to come, this swept is going to come in and try to grab you, Whack. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. Let me just pull up because they have 2 different sheets here. Okay, perfect. This one is going to use violence. Whack, I am going to use one of my damnation points to add 2 to my roll. Crazy. And let me just read this as well. Bringing my damnation to 3. You guys have 4 stored grace. I have 3 damnation, which is basically our fate points. You also have 3 mercy that you can use at any time during this fight to stay alive. Whack, you will need to roll against my 5 violence, superb, and beat it, or you're going to be taking significant damage. This might kill you in 1 hit, depending on your roll. Well, I guess it wouldn't, because you could use all of the banked.
They're coming at me. They look obsessed.
Yeah, like it's almost like they're seeing someone else when they're looking at you.
Right.
Crazed.
I've been debating on this whole time. I've been debating how I would react, and I feel like it would come down to 2 situations. One situation is fight or flight situation. The other one is an empathy kind of thing, or sympathy, and trying to help them. But I don't think I've got enough rationale to go that route right now. So I think I wouldn't resort to violence. I would simply I feel like I'd try to just push them away or something along those lines in the immediate moment.
Okay.
So I will do a body roll.
Body roll, body roll. Watch out for my body rolls. High kicks, high kicks. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I take mental harm.
Somebody knows what I'm referencing here.
Obviously cannot beat a 5.
Yeah.
But I rolled a 3. And I will.
Can you do any bullshit that adds any bonuses to that roll? I mean, you didn't do it before you rolled it, but I will accept it if you want to try.
No, because I don't think I would have the mental fortitude to do it in the situation. I feel like it was happening too fast.
Okay.
It was like trying to help them or be trying to like empathize with them. Because I feel like I would have done something where it would have been like I would have tried to like reason with them or something.
Yeah.
But it just happened too fast. So I feel like it's just pure instinct, and it's just like, whoa,
Yeah.
and just
I'm
push
just
them
trying
away.
to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So I take the difference there. I take 2 harm.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So your roll was
Can I
actually
split
pretty
it?
good. You can. It's very specific that you can divvy up the harm however you wish.
Yeah, I
But
think it
when
would
you
be,
run out of one in one section, you take a consequence.
Yeah, I think I think it would go both to mental and to hope.
Yeah. Okay. So you have. Do you guys want to use the grace right now? That has been banked
Yeah.
to kind of absorb that. No.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I choose who goes next. Whack is probably a little bit more. Has a little bit more wherewithal here. However, I'm going to be fair and throw me in here as well in the background. But you go ahead first, Whack. Ooh, we just got a wheel spin. Thank you.
And
They're
2
going to
more
need
mercies.
it. 2 more mercies?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And what did the wheel land on?
No idea.
Oh, yeah, it's hard for me to
Still
read.
waiting to catch up.
Yeah.
There's lag.
My computer's breaking and I don't know why.
Heat, probably. Of course, I
Feet.
get this one. Heat. What is wrong with you?
Feet. How this isn't just a hell of feet and ass, I don't know.
A hell of
I-
feet and ass.
I was fully expecting it to be crazy, but actually when you read it, the Divine Comedy, it's
Oracle.
really crazy sad. It's not as lusty as everyone always makes it out to be. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Well, lust is
Well,
other things besides
Yeah.
sex.
Like,
And that's this desire, isn't it? In oldie
Yeah,
worldie.
well-
Like comedy isn't comedy.
yeah, very Oracle. Oh, cool. Finally. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Fuck is Oracle?
I need you to roll me a 1d8, please, Brad.
Me?
Yeah. You were the one speaking, so I'm making you do
Okay.
it.
2.
2. Okay, chat. Chat, you can choose anything on this list, but you need to vote together. So, Piranha, can you throw a vote up in chat? Chat, you can choose anything on the menu.
So we need an entry for grace, damnation, mercy, mark of Minos, Virgil's mantle, and seal of Dis.
Yeah. You can also just do like 1 through 5. Now, to be clear, if we do, if you choose like grace or damnation, we're actually going to get 5 of those. But you do need to choose if it's going to me or if it's going to the players. If it's going to the poet or the players, we don't get to divvy it up or split it up, but just so that it's equal to a seal. And we'll get 4 mercies, right? And then if you want to do a mark, you get 2 marks. But you can also pass control to the next poet if you'd like. Also, yeah, Dante's Inferno, it was actually like really interesting and very incredible because it's like very specifically, I don't want to ruin it for anybody who's going to read it, but very specifically, he encounters people who like loved each other and then are damned here forever because they let their love rule everything. And he meets people that talk about love in a very romantic way. Like, it's just like they describe it as a storm, like a maelstrom that takes over and there is no control. And Dante,
I assumed that's what the storm was. I
Yes,
couldn't tell
yeah.
if the storm was that or if it's like sexual lust is also a storm
It's
where you're
both.
just like
It's both. It's
you're
like
not-
just
you're like an
letting
animal.
it consume you. Yeah. It's and
because your notes didn't have anything about
yeah, up at the top it kind of does, but yeah. Oh, I wanted to
didn't read
compliment you,
any of
Brad,
it.
because you did an incredible job. And this week I had like no notes for them. I was basically like, here are the beats that I think that we should cover that were in this
I literally
this
just
canto.
went like allegorical when
Yeah,
I
it was
like,
incredible.
This is how it feels.
Yeah,
This is how desire feels. This is how lust feels. You're not in control.
Yeah.
You're just being fucking thrown into a tornado, and at the end of it, you're like, oh fuck, she's pregnant. You know.
yeah, yeah.
So like that, you know. I figured that's what it was. Like, it's not like I made it up. I just figured that's what the point of this was, but I don't know. Damn.
Yeah. This is me rolling against myself. I used another one of my fate points to try to kill myself. Lol.
You
It's super
did
effective.
fantastic.
Oh, so that brings me down to 2 damnation, chat, in case you want to, vote to give me a bunch of damnation. That would be great.
No.
I would appreciate it. And now I must roll.
Give us strength.
I suck at all of these ones. So do I roll agility, body, or violence?
I don't think Piranha can add the. Oh,
I can do it. I think it's just 1 through 5, because don't we still have the voting thing on?
Why
Just
can't
give me
you do
1
that?
second. I can
I
do
think
it.
it's
1 second.
exclamation point vote.
I think so, but we just need to make sure that I've got the sheet somewhere available. So just give me 1 second
Doesn't
here.
Piranha have super mod?
I need to figure out, do I have anything? I have bloodied hands, so I don't think I can. Bloodied hands is if I'm using my hands, but I'm not. I'm defending. I'm trying to get out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and invoke Old Man's Grit, which seems like I need to adjust that because that's too generic. I feel like I can use it anytime I'm trying to be tenacious. But I will spend a fate point to use that so that I don't fucking die, and I'll use agility. And I will give myself 2 to the roll, which means I still take 3 harm. Oh, shit. Okay. Guys, can I spend one of the mercy in the pools, please?
For what?
So that I don't die. I don't take a physical permanent harm. I would just like to use 1. There's 3. How about we can each have 1 in this combat?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, awesome. Then
I'm
I am
gonna
going
panic
to
attack. I don't care.
I'm going to immediately use mine. Leaving 2
whatever you
left.
want.
So Brad, you've got
Just leave me
1.
alone.
Yeah, tell you what, I'm going to actually just take the mercy down to 0. Brad, add 1 fate point. Whack, add 1 fate point to your sheet. And I'm going to remove some physical harm I already had from my hands. And then I'm going to take 2 physical damage and 1 hope. So I have 1 physical left, 1 hope left, and 3 mental left before I start to suffer serious consequences.
And
Okay.
Grace's choose which pool gains a +1.
Yeah,
So we have
Grace.
4 Grace.
Grace is
So
your fate points. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I take the mercy? Oh, yeah.
you took
Sorry.
Mercy.
Not fate points to add to your sheet. It's mercy that you would add. So it's absorbing a harm. My bad. I misspoke.
So
But
I'm not adding a fate point to my sheet.
Nope. And neither are
Okay.
you, Brad. We just you can absorb 1 thing of damage each because we split it among the 3 of us. Okay. And I choose who goes next. Brad. Wait, no. Whack went. Right?
I rolled
No,
to
you
defend.
chose-
I did not go.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, I got attacked. So I go next. So okay, so Whack, you can go.
Okay.
It is your turn while I try to figure this thing out.
There is an eye to this maelstrom, or is that just the graphic that we currently have?
There
on the
is,
sheet?
but you failed insight or observation to locate it previously. So if you
Right.
would like to try to find it, you need to roll again. You'd spend your action doing that.
Okay. I'm running through the options in my head.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to fix this vote here. So don't mind me.
I will... My inclination, my standard way of thinking is...
Yeah, it's working.
And what I said my greatest sin was not facing my problems head on. My inclination would be to get out of this and go to the eye, fly up out of the maelstrom as fast as I can. So I'm not going to do that. I will...
Wait, sorry, you're saying you don't want to do that?
Yeah, because that's my natural inclination, and I just said that was my greatest sin to Minos. So, my brain is saying, I'm here for a reason. Deal with it. So, what is dealing with it?
Fighting.
I'm gonna turn towards this thing that's attacking me. This creature that I see as another person that's desperate and obsessed. And I think I'm just gonna let them hit me.
Oh, okay. Yep. Got it. So how do we translate that? Do we give them a free attack?
I can...
Or you're just not going to defend?
So there are other things you can do with your turn rather than just attack and defend.
Yeah.
You can create an advantage and you can overcome something. Creating advantages is basically creating a combat temporary
Yeah, but he's
aspect.
doing the opposite of that. He's trying not to engage.
But why?
Yeah.
Is he creating an aspect for himself?
Yeah.
I am trying to deal with the
It's a
fucking
situational
problem.
aspect. Yeah.
So translating that is difficult, because my mentality is like, I'm doing the problem solving. That's what I fucking do.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at this and saying everything's out of my fucking control. The only thing that I have as a point of reference is we talked to Minos, and Minos asked what my greatest sin was, and I'm basing it off of that. And I said, if I just go and try to find the exit, then that's what I always try to do.
Yeah.
So
you're trying to stick it out and take the harm, essentially, though. That's what I mean. So I feel like you're creating an advantage for them. You're allowing them to damn you.
Yeah, but I mean, there's the other side of it. There's a thing called overcome, which is literally, it says solve a problem or remove an obstacle. The thing is, it gives you like classic examples here, but like escaping a grapple or putting out a fire. But I don't know.
Yeah, but he's not. He's very specifically saying, like, I'm giving in to whatever this realm or this layer of hell wants to do to me or teach me.
I agree that it doesn't necessarily fit any of these four things, and I also, if I was GMing, I would just also hit him. But
yeah, I think
there is the option, I guess, for him to argue that he's creating a situational advantage for himself, or he's doing the overcome action of solving a problem or removing an obstacle. But I mean, he needs to argue.
I feel like there are two narrative options here. One is that you are just presenting yourself for punishment, and two is that you create an advantage for Brad because he sees you in the maelstrom for a moment and he can fucking come to his senses. But those are the only two options I would accept, I think.
So I think I don't think I see Brad. I'm so concerned
Brad
with
would
the
see
immediate.
you, I mean.
Yeah, I think I'll leave that up to you, but my intent here is more taking the harm.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were
Yeah.
doing. So, yep. So what we'll do is we will, I will just add 1 to their next roll against you. Okay, and you choose who's next. It's the only 2 left in the round are myself and Brad, and by me I mean actually PB.
Yeah. Do you imagine that you're... we're equidistant. I'm gonna...
Sorry, for those listening, there is a vote going right now onto the Oracle, and you guys get to choose whether we divvy up some grace and damnation. Although it was you were supposed to choose between grace or damnation, Piranha. That's okay though. We'll say that it's grace, and then it goes to it's grace and it goes to the players. Mercy, which is absorbing harm, which they desperately need right now, or a seal, which is also incredible and makes one of the things that they have permanent. It looks like we had a couple votes as well to switch GM, which oh god, they're tying it at 33%. Okay, sorry, Whack, go ahead.
I'm gonna say you go next.
Okay. I agree, just because I think Brad is out of his mind. Having a panic attack still.
Also in the game.
I am gonna try to flee, which is unfortunately agility, which I am not very good at. Okay. I don't have any bonuses to this. I don't have any aspects. Maybe I could invoke Old Man's Grit again. What did I roll? Horrifying. Okay, yeah.
-4.
Yikes. Okay.
That's the worst roll we've ever had so
I
far
think
in the
so.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. So I actually am not going to go anywhere. I stay stuck right here, entangled with my swept. Brad, you're up.
Yeah, I am simply going to attempt to overcome the panic attack.
Yeah.
I'm trying to snap out of it.
Now, you don't have to roll for that, do you? You can just use a fate point?
I have no idea.
Okay, hold on. Let me just
to be
pull up
honest. The action, I think they probably are all rolls. The
choose an
actions,
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like everything is rolling, but I don't know.
You can roll, or I would allow you to just spend a fate point to create an aspect that will help you overcome. It'd be temporary because we've got 2 minutes left of the show. Not really. We got like 10. I think we started late, but
no, we don't end the show till this is dealt with.
Oh, okay.
We go for the next 6 hours.
Oh God. They tied it.
We're dead or they're dead. I would like to. I'm not spending a fate point to overcome this.
Okay. So then we'll roll. I will allow you to
Otherwise,
spend
I won't overcome it.
Yep.
If something else overcomes it for me, then I've not overcome it. I have to defeat.
A boost is a temporary 1 use advantage. Okay, cool. A boost gives 1 free invoke and then disappears. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So, make your roll then, Brad, as to how to overcome, since you don't want to spend a fate point. And if you succeed, you can get a boost. You're choosing to roll instead of use a freebie.
Yeah.
I think this is resolve, right, my sweet? I would also accept mercy or violence. Yeah, I would accept either of those for you.
Yeah, these are all the same, but if I do resolve and I'm actually moving towards my goal, which is to get over the panic attack, I get a +2.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
And I don't know if that counts, but
yeah.
But it's actually a +1 because I'm also still having a panic attack. This is my only option, I think.
Yeah. Try to overcome it.
Mediocre.
0. Does that mean it goes against the base difficulty of Lust, which is
No
2?
idea. I think it's just how difficult the problem is. So overcoming a problem could be like if this was just D&D, it might be breaking a lock in the middle of the thing. So I think you just set the DC.
Yeah, so the difficulty chart here, it says 1 requires effort and 2 is challenging, 3 is hard, 4 is extremely difficult, and 5 is nearly impossible. The base difficulty for Lust is 2, so I think either you decide, we either do it 3 difficulty or 2. We do the base of Lust, but it is a panic attack, so it's up to you.
I'll take 3 then. If you're going to make me choose between pussying out or actually defeating a foe in front of me.
Right, okay.
I'll defeat the foe.
That's fantastic, because the 3 loss difference would allow me to give you a success. You can overcome this, but it comes at a great cost. And I think that cost is a consequence, which is something that stays permanently on your sheet, unless chat decides to remove it later. So how do you think you overcome this, and what is the consequence of that will
I don't want to overcome
persist?
it. Well, I have to.
That's what I'm deciding based on your role. Yeah. It comes at a great cost. I don't think this is a compel. I think this is just me translating your role, because it says below difficulty, you fail or succeed at a serious cost. Like you can either fail or succeed at a serious cost. And was making the choice of you to succeed at a serious cost.
Okay.
And I think that you should take a consequence. But if you don't want to, then I guess you can just fail it. But I don't think that part is up to the player. I think that part's supposed to be for the narrator, but...
All right. Well, so a consequence is like, if you twist an ankle in a fight, you now have a twisted ankle while you're like, wandering around in the world. So the consequence of this would probably be the post panic attack exhaustion that kicks in.
I see. I understand now. Yes. I'm so sorry.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes. So aspects you use and consequences I use against you. So for example, my aspect that I put down for bleeding hands is actually a consequence, and then you would invoke that against me. So this consequence of overcoming this panic attack is going to succeed, but at the cost of a consequence. You can choose not to succeed at that consequence cost, and you can just fail if you'd like, but it is up to you.
If I'm choosing, I would choose to just fail, because
then you're just
unfortunately I am tired and I give up and I just want to die.
Perfect.
Because I'm having a panic attack.
You've
all witnessed me in that state. So
I believe I get a fate point for that.
Fuck this, I'm out. See ya.
Yep.
I don't. Just kill me.
Yeah.
Fucking put me down like a dog. I don't care. I hate everything. None of this is worth it. I'm not trying hard enough. But there is a part of me that is like, God, I want this to end by any means necessary. And that's either kill me or I fucking get over it, whichever one happens first.
Yeah.
Or I have some propranolol, but I don't have that object.
No.
And it takes 20 minutes to kick in anyway.
Unless we get more tips from chat.
Summon up some propranolol for me. But I mean, even then, it still takes 20 minutes to kick in, so it's not going to help me right now.
Yeah.
So I just don't think I just wouldn't care enough. I couldn't give a shit enough. The listlessness and the fact that once I'm in this deep of a panic attack and I'm freaking out, just end my life, dude. Like, I hate it so much. Cut my fucking head off. So, I was...
fuckers tie this again, I swear to God.
I'm relying on something to snap me out of it, which is all I was going for there. Like, I don't think I can participate in this combat until I overcome it.
Yep.
So my only option is to attempt the overcome action.
Okay.
And until I do that, I'm just gonna lose,
Yeah.
So that's I guess that's my turn right there.
Okay. Then it is top of the round, and it is going to be the one who is attacking Brad, which is swept number 1. And she is athletics, so we're going to come in with another roll. How many fate points do I have? This is horrible. Being a GM is awful sometimes. I'm going to use one. I'm going to use them if I've got them, which gives me 2 to my roll. That's a 6. Brad, you've got to defend.
I got beat a 6.
Yep. I'm so sorry.
Okay. 3. God damn, it was good as well.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so you have 3 harm to absorb. You also have 1 free removal of harm from chat. And we could have had more, but they just tied it. Mercy and Seal. Oh,
I guess we get both.
no, you get none. If you can't make a decision, you get nothing.
I'll remove 1 physical.
Yep.
Then I'll take 2 physical, 1 mental.
Okay. Okay. And then turn order then we'll go with the next one. Wax, the one that's attacking Whack. No, because it wasn't your turn. It's my turn.
Oh, yeah, it was.
You were
I did an overcome.
Well, you were the last one of the round.
Yeah,
So
I still pick.
I don't think so.
All right.
Because you could
The book disagrees with you.
really, even
Yeah,
if it's a new
yeah.
round.
The ancient Jedi text, yeah, I think the last person who goes picks who goes first in the next round. Still.
Really? Okay. All right.
I'm pretty sure I just read that. I can
Okay.
look it
Yeah.
up
No.
again,
No.
but
I trust you. I
Acrobat
trust you.
keeps crashing
Let's
on me,
just.
it's
But I
annoying.
just went. So why don't you just pick who
Oh, no,
goes
it's
next?
too late. Yeah.
Let's just pick who goes next then.
Me.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Go ahead.
Just
I mean, I
'cause-
think you could technically do that at the end of the round as well. You'd be like, I start the top of the round, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That's perfect.
I mean, all I'm going to do is just try and overcome it again and then just bow out so I don't have to do it
Yeah.
again. So I will simply attempt another overcome
Okay.
resolve thing. 0.
Mediocre. I will allow you to succeed at the cost of a consequence if you would like to accept the offer. You may gain a fate point and a consequence.
No.
Okay, I will accept the fate point instead. And you simply fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next? It's up to you.
Yeah, do I pick again?
Yep. But this is now a new round, so basically everyone's gone except for the swept
Me
that is
and
fighting
my-
you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
My guy. We'll go to Whack then.
Okay. Whack, you're up. This is what's dangerous about rounds is like, how am I supposed to keep track of who's gone or who's not gone yet, you know, when it's changing every round.
Can you imagine if there was like 50 things on the screen?
Yeah, like
instead of just
what?
6?
I think you would probably, no, I don't know how you would do that. I was going to say you would just
I
have
guess
it
you
all go
just-
at the same time, but that would be devastating. So like, you can't do that.
You write everyone's name on a pad and then you just
Cross
scratch
it
them
off,
out
I guess. Yep.
as you move down the thing.
All right,
Or-
Whack, you're up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess as I get hit, I'm just like, how do I feel? What happens?
I'm going to roll a 1d2. 1 is for the mercy and 2 is for the seal. We got a 1, so that's mercy. So we're divvying up, I believe it was 4 mercy. Is that right? Let me just look. Yes, that's correct. So you guys get to add 4 mercy, which is actually, I think, way better than a seal right now, guys, because it's going to keep them alive. Okay, sorry. You were saying, what do you feel when they attack you? They haven't hit you yet, right, Whack?
No, I've been hit.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, you created a thing, but they did hit you. Yeah, so when this woman like comes in to grab you, she doesn't have a weapon or anything like that, Whack, but her hands almost like go, like they don't go through you like a ghost or anything like that, but they dig into your skin in a way that is extremely painful. It's almost like she is, piercing into your very being with her extremely long fingers. Very scary. You can see her nails are pointed as well. And And she probably opens her mouth when she gets her hands in you and hisses at you, or like just makes some weird noise. And you can see that she's got fanged, razor sharp teeth, almost like a shark, and there's spittle coming out of her mouth as she attacks you. This is not a woman you can reason with. This is like not even a woman. She looks horrifying.
There's so many jokes.
Yeah.
Right now.
I was waiting. I was like, oh God.
I can't.
I can't. You don't understand.
Must no.
We're also wrapping up here soon, everybody. Thank you so much for all the support. We really, really, really appreciate it. Go ahead. Bye.
It's actually a tipathon. For every tip, we continue another round.
I think
I would do that, but I'd need to get a beer or something.
Until it's done.
She looks kind of.
No! We got a wheel spin. Yes, she looks kind of.
She looks kind of fervent.
Yes.
In this session, and I'm still of the mindset that I cannot escape. I have to just fucking deal with this. The thing that I'm most reluctant to do right now would be to hit this person that is obviously lost their mind in some way. So I'm going to do the thing that I'm most reluctant to do right now, which is to hit this person and fight them.
Okay.
I gave myself a 0 violence, by the way.
Yeah.
And I feel like what's hilarious for me, okay, is I gave myself a lot of resolve. Because normally, for me to get violent, I have to go through all of my resolve. It's like a health pool, basically, in real life.
Yeah.
For me to get violent, I have to go through all of my resolve.
Okay.
So when that kind of shit happens, I feel like it switches. My resolve hits 0, and then my violence goes to 3. I don't have anything in between. It doesn't work like that in my brain.
Yeah. Man, that's a fun seal. If anybody is so inclined to support us monetarily.
Oh, I've just realized that I did all of my skills wrong.
Probably. But
it's one. I thought it was one skill gets +3, one skill gets +2,
I'm
skill
speaking
gets
to the
+1.
chat right now. Shh. I lost my train of thought. That's a very cool seal. If anyone is so inclined and able and would like to grab a seal right now, we'll make something cool where Whack can do that. We'll figure out a way where he rolls against resolve, or like when his resolve gets down to 0, he switches the skill temporarily and resorts to violence, and then his violence gets boosted to 3. Because that sounds sick as shit. That sounds like a really fun stunt, or yeah, that would be a stunt. That would be fucking baller. Okay, so sorry, Brad, what were you saying?
He goofed on his skills.
I've been playing
but
with
how?
no skills the whole time.
Oh,
You should have 1 skill at 3,
that's
2
your
skills
fault.
at 2, 3 skills at 1, 3 skills at 0.
Yeah, I did it. One skill has a +3, one skill has a +2, and one skill has a +1. The rest are at 0.
Oops.
Yo. Wait, what did you do? Because that sounded right.
No.
Oh, no, it wasn't? Okay.
No.
All right.
He lost out on 3 skill points, basically.
Oh. We got the seal. Okay. Also, thank you so much, Riv, for PB's beer. Wait, okay. I'm confused. So those 2 came through at the same time. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Riv. For the seal, Whack, let's figure this out. This is a stunt that you get. And it's permanent. So
From 0 to 100.
yeah, yes. But what is the mechanic to get you to trigger that? Because I feel like it's like either when you've
It's
taken
like a
hope
last
damage.
resort.
No, I know, but like the mechanical thing, because the stunt needs to be mechanical. So I feel like the mechanic is either your hope needs to be basically one away from maxing out, or your mental needs to be one away from maxing out, or something like that, to show that you're burning through your resolve. What's your
I think
resolve
when-
normally?
3.
3?
It's my high stat. When I think when I hit a consequence, when I hit the bottom of a stress pool.
Yes. Okay. I accept that. So hard. Okay. So when you hit a bottom of a stress pool and you get a consequence, then you can switch your resolve to your violence temporarily. When the scene is over, it switches back, right? Yep. I fucking love that. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for that. I think that's dope as hell, and it's definitely gonna come into play. Is it gonna come into play right now?
Well,
No, because it's your turn technically, right?
Yeah, it's my turn.
I'll let you invoke that now, because I know I'm gonna hit you in a second, and you're gonna take a lot of damage. I'll let you invoke it now, since chat paid for it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm swapping.
Yep.
Okay.
I think another thing would be you could just add 3 to your roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just add 3. That way you're not having to remember to swap. But you basically gain whatever your resolve is. So if you choose to upgrade your resolve, if we got to level up, you could choose to upgrade your resolve and then match it when you switch to violence.
So, when I switch to violence,
Yeah.
effectively, this is me allowing myself to feel a part of my personality that I detest whenever it happens. It's feral, it's disgusting, it's not. If anybody that knows me sees me enter this state, they don't recognize me effectively when this happens. It's like a different person. And when I do this, I just kind of give into it, and I'm gonna tear this fucking thing apart.
All right, make your violence roll.
If this is the only thing that is presented to me, and this is my last choice, then I'm gonna rip its fucking face off.
Wait, what is your highest stat?
It just became violence.
Yeah.
Yes. Feral Whack activated his worst, most hated version of himself.
Yes. Okay. I guess I'm just rolling that.
Did you get a consequence for this? What had happened?
Phoebe knows that she's gonna hit
Yep.
me next turn, so
Yep.
she's just
So I just
allowed
gave
me
it to him
use
early, yep.
2. Fair.
So now I defend, right? Yes. Okay, let's see. And you're swept 2. I will spend a fate point to give myself a +2. 6. Fantastic. Which I do believe
Jesus.
means that you don't do damage. Let me just check the taking harm. Attack is equal to or lower. No harm. No harm comes to me. I think, Whack, what does it look like? You just basically lose yourself to the maelstrom of violence, as it were, and you think this is the only way out. So I will give you what you want, and I will fight you. And you are you lunging with your hands? What are you doing?
So As somebody that has grown up sort of chubby or overweight, one of the things that people like to do to you is they feel like they have the right to touch you and like grab you to make jokes and shit. That's something that I've experienced through my life. When that happens, I like to teach people a lesson. And when it's happened in the past, I immediately switch like what just happened. And I know that they're trying to like make a joke or be funny or whatever, but this is my body. I didn't allow you to do that. And it's not funny. So I typically will grab their hand or their wrist hard. And my go-to move is to whisper, "Don't ever fucking touch me again, or I will break your fucking hand." And when she grabs at me and hurts me, I grab her I don't remember.
It is a her. Yep.
I grab her wrist and I try to fucking break it.
Yeah. So you...
I just try to snap it like a fucking twig.
Yeah, you lock onto her forearm with your hand, and you, with a ferocity that, again, no one would recognize coming from you, you do exactly that. You snap her arm. Her forearm is snapped in half. Her wrist and hand and finger is now dangling. When you reach into her again, you do feel like you are pushing into her very being. You can feel a little bit of, she was a mother. She had 3 children. She lost 2 of them. You get this sensation as you are like reaching into her and breaking her bones, but she doesn't seem to pay any mind to that at all. She simply keeps her gaze locked onto you, opens her mouth. It's a bit bloodied, weird dirt and blood coming out of her mouth and getting into her stained shark-like teeth. And she just simply laughs in your face. It is your turn to pick who goes next.
Yeah. It's a vicious, disgusting version of me that is in her face as well. It is the resolution to hurt this person. I will say it's only you or them left.
Yep, that's right.
I'm gonna say I want the one that's attacking Brad to go next.
Okay, I was not expecting that at all, so okay. No, the one that's attacking Brad is already gone. So it's either the one attacking you or the one attacking me, or me can go.
The one attacking you then.
Okay. The one attacking me is gonna go. I have 1 fate point remaining. I'm gonna use it. 2. And I am going to try to avoid this. I have no fate points myself, and I don't think we have any in the pool, right? We do. We have 4 grace. I'm going to take 1 from the pool and give myself... oh, no, I can't do that. I have to invoke an aspect. I could invoke an aspect. I'll invoke my old man's grit and determination. Snake! Just crawling through the... Okay, I'm hurting myself. All right, cool. Let me roll this here. Good, okay. Which I think means I don't take any harm. Perfect. And now I decide who goes next. And as much as I would love to give it to me, I'm going to be a good GM and give it to the one attacking Whack. Whack, I am coming at you with an attack here. And I have no points left to use. So that was a very strategic... picking the one attacking me because I was going to use the fate point. Still rolled 6. Fantastic.
Okay.
Why are you always rolling 6?
I don't know. I only have 3. I have this. It's like the max stat that they've got is
That
only
was
3.
almost max, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Have they rolled anything other than a 6? Oh, they have.
Yeah, they
Fuck,
have.
dude.
Yeah, they have. But I made them equal to us in terms of stats.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah. Which is crazy because, like, the next level, they're not equal. That's so weird.
That's how it works.
We need to level up.
They're,
Yeah, so-
they're just the same thing, like the same sheet.
Yeah, you can give them, like, you know, defense and stuff, but so that the rolls happen on screen, I just gave them a player character sheet and gave them the same stat loadout that we did beginners, which is 1 stat at 3, 2 at 2, 3 at 1, and then the rest at 0, I think. But I really only gave them 2 stats that were their main stats, their defense and their attack.
I can't possibly beat that. But I will roll, I guess, to see how bad it is.
Yep.
And it's just violence now.
Yep.
There's nothing else.
Yep. Well, good news is your violence is pretty high.
Fair.
So that's 4 then. The difference is 4.
Yep.
So you'll be taking 4 harm. Are you able to absorb all of that?
Nope.
Okay. You technically can do that because the Oracle gave 5 mercy. So you guys can actually absorb some damage here and not die. However, I do think you should still take a consequence because you invoked your rage early.
Yeah, it's gonna go to hope. So technically, the reason I said no, I can technically take 4, but I can take 5 and hit 0 and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take. It's gonna go to
I think
hope.
you should fucking do that. Yeah.
It's gonna go to hope, which will knock me down to 0 and hope, and then.
So then you get a consequence for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What consequence do you want to take for that? Obvious one being hopeless.
No relief.
I think either no relief or beyond redemption, because you initiated this conflict only because you thought, like, originally you were like, I want to help her. She's the damned. But I actually think your consequence should be the damned. You are among them now. You succumbed to that as well.
Don't know how the consequences work on the sheet. 2, 4, and 6. Do those numbers represent something in particular? I don't understand.
I'm not sure at the moment, but let's just write down the consequence, and I can review what consequences do throughout the week because we're already over.
Okay, and I don't know what happens when I hit one consequence. Do I keep carrying over the remainder of the damage?
Yes. So if you go down to like 0 hope, then you take a consequence. If you go down to 0 in mental, then you take another consequence. And then if you go down to 0 in physical after that, you take a consequence and you're knocked out. You're
Okay, so I'm gonna say I need to take 3 more. So mental, and the last remaining point I have is in physical.
okay. And so now you have 0.
No, I have 1 in physical left.
Okay,
One stress left.
then you actually don't take a consequence yet. It's if you can't absorb all of the consequence. Anything, or sorry,
the
all of the
shifts.
harm. Yeah.
If
Anything
it hits
left
for
over.
5
Yeah.
and you absorb some of it, and the remaining harm is 3 shifts, then it's a moderate consequence, which is what that is. That's
Yeah.
what those numbers are.
So in the taking harm sheet, we actually have it set that 1 is temporary strain, fear, exhaustion, or near miss. 2 is minor. 4 is actually serious or moderate consequence, and 6 is severe. Otherwise, we're gonna get rocked in hell.
Right.
But yeah, it's there. So, but
And that's
because
just
you've
how
got one
hard it is
left,
to shake
Yes,
it after the
yeah.
combat.
yeah. So because you've got one left, you're actually not. You're not
So I
going to
don't
take
take
a consequence.
any consequences.
You don't take a consequence yet. I thought you
okay.
were. I thought you were out and then still taking harm, but you're not.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've gone down to 0 mental, 0 hope, and I
Okay.
have 1 point left in physical, so I take no consequences.
No consequence. Yep.
Okay.
You've got one left.
Yeah.
We also still have 5 mercy. But okay, so that was my attack on you. That took 4 years, and now I'm going to go again as me. Yes, I'm the last one. And I am trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. But I am going to try to do insight. 3 versus the 2 that is lust. I will actually notice, but you guys don't see me and I don't see you, but I do notice the pathway in the middle of the maelstrom that leads up. And I'm going to use my next turn to try to like ground through onto that. Brad, can you make a roll for me here? I'm just going to have one more attack come through in on you and whack. Just so we can see
a
how well you
defense
do
roll?
it. Yeah, because I think so my turn ends and then I choose who goes next. We'll do one more round. See if anyone can get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So I would actually just choose that you go next. And you were trying to break out of your thing, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ignore
Yeah.
that agility roll.
Yeah. So whatever your roll, I think it's resolve, right?
Yeah. This is another 0.
Okay.
Can you go over 3 fate points?
Yeah. We also have a
Okay.
pool in the let me see how many points you guys have. You have 3 grace sitting in a pool. You have 3 fate points to use.
I've got fucking tons of fate points.
Oh, good.
I'm just not using them because I'm having a panic attack. You don't understand how much I want to break out of this. I have the fucking sickest idea of how to deal with this fucking thing in front
Is
of me,
that a
and I
seal?
can't do it. I'm chained.
I'm sorry. Is
Chained
this,
behind my own panic.
Mercy.
it's a mercy? I don't think it is.
Yeah. Mercy.
I don't think that's what that says. It's a
Hold
mark,
on,
isn't it?
Hold on. Am I just super far behind?
Yeah, I think
Let me
that's a
refresh
mark.
the stream.
Yeah, it's a mark,
yes,
so it's an aspect.
mark.
Brad? That came at the exact moment that you were trying to break out of your panic attack. Which technically a mark gives you an aspect or a stunt. So I think you should use it. I think it should be related to this panic attack and getting out of it. Is there something in the maelstrom that grounds you? Can we make a stunt that gives you a bonus to this roll, and I'll have you re-roll it?
The only thing that would ground me, I think, is being repeatedly smacked by this thing.
Would seeing
Honestly,
whack or
I've
eye in the
been-
maelstrom ground you?
No.
No?
No,
I don't think that's true, but I'll let you have it.
just seeing you.
Seeing us being attacked, yeah. You're a protector. There's
kicking
no
the
way.
fuck out of his one.
Well, Wax getting the shit beat out of him. He didn't do any damage to the woman that he's fighting. I mean, narratively, I made him break her wrist, but she technically succeeded that roll. But I guess you wouldn't know that. You just look. She looks fine. She's laughing and having a grand old time. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but-
I am trying to take us home here. I promise.
I feel like the problem is Whack has the fucking red mist descend upon him and Jekyll and Hyde and hulks out. And in the same way, I become my worst version of myself because I just assume I'm fucking useless to everyone. I'm a piece of shit and no one likes me. And I you know, like, what am I going to do to help Whack? Nothing.
Okay.
You know, what the fuck
got
am
it.
I going to be able to do to help
I
him?
got it.
So seeing you guys and wanting to help you is just going to make me go, well, I want to help them, but I'm completely unable
I'm
to because
useless,
I'm
yeah.
completely useless.
Okay.
Whereas
I have it.
I have previously been in panic states and punched shit when I was like a kid, and it grounded me out
Yeah.
because it's physical. You know what I mean? Like grabbing shit and like, that is more grounding to me than just like seeing someone.
Yeah.
If there's just someone getting the shit kicked out of them.
So I've got it. Your stunt should be something related to when you get hit. You can then use that stunt to, on your next like roll, to either stay grounded. You get a bonus. You get a +1.
Okay. That would only turn that into a 1 though. So I would still fail,
Yeah.
I think, to overcome the thing.
Yep, but it's
I'll
still a
add the
very
stunt.
cool. That's a very cool stunt to have. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Call it a grounding technique.
yeah.
Father's grounding technique when I
Yeah,
get
and
hit.
that's when you get hit, or I will also allow when you hit something. It will give you a bonus. So violence, essentially. Invoking violence will allow you to get that. Okay, you decide who goes next. This is the last round. We are over time, guys. Thank you so much for all the support this week. Last call, basically, for anything that you want to throw in or any support that you want to give. We really, really appreciate it. Keeps the lights on here at Tablestory, allows us to do this full time for you.
It's your turn.
My turn. Me?
Yep.
Like PB?
Mhm.
Okay.
PB.
Oh,
I rolled a
God.
13.
Oh, perfect.
That's PB.
Okay. So I'm trying to move towards the thing that I have noticed. And I am going to use the fact that I noticed it with my temporary aspect now that I know what those are, to give myself a bonus on the roll to get over there. Great. And the default. So here's what I'm wondering. Should I roll the default roll against hell on this layer is 2, but I'm engaged with something. So I think that should not be fair. I'm going to roll against athletics to try to stop me from going anywhere. 2, I do not succeed. Okay, so PB, me, I begin swimming, moving, somehow navigating myself away from this creature and on to this hidden stone walkway that exists within the maelstrom, upside down. So I am now upside down, looking up and scanning around for any sign of Whack or Brad. And I choose, obviously, Whack.
There is no reason left in me. I am completely trying to kill or end this person that is engaged in a fight with me, or this creature, or whatever it is. I'm in agony, and it's gotten to the point where I'm doing the most vicious things that I can think of in the moment. Whatever, like, if their face gets close to me, I'm trying to rip out an eye out, or tear an ear off, or break fingers, or anything along those lines. Potentially trying to punch it in the neck, or anything like that. It's just pure malevolence.
Yeah.
And it's only violence, and I'm just trying to tear this thing's head off.
Make your roll.
So I will roll violence. Fantastic. 6.
I take 3 harm. And I have managed to absorb exactly 3 harm. So what does this look like? Are you ripping the rest of her arm off and like letting the maelstrom take it? Because I feel like the way that you described this level of kind of submission to your own violence is that it might border on a little bit of to an outsider's perspective of just almost a little bit of sadism here, where you're taking enjoyment out of the power that you feel in this moment. Sorry to say it that way, but we are in hell.
That might be what you see. I think from my perspective is just like, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Are you
It's
enjoying
just-
this at all?
No.
It's just anger that you feel.
It's just instinct. This is instinct. This is something is hurting me. Kill it.
Yeah. Stop the pain.
It got through my defenses. Kill it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because my resolve is my defenses.
Yeah.
It's like think like a reasonable person. Try, the last resort. It's last resort, last resort, last resort, last resort. And they got through the defenses, and now I kill it.
Okay.
So I think if you want a physical description of what's going on here, it's probably if they lunge for me to hurt me, I'm gonna bite their fucking neck out.
Yeah. Okay. So you previously like snapped
Just gonna tear
her.
their throat.
Yeah, you previously snapped her, like her forearm in half, leaving her hand and her wrist and her fingers dangling there. She did not break eye contact with you, laughed in your face, and instead you lean in, pulling her arm and causing her to come in close to you and just bring your teeth to her neck, and try to tear her open. And again, the same thing happens when you make contact with her skin and you feel your teeth going into her flesh. It feels so much more than a normal bite. You are getting into the very being of this woman. You are feeling some of her hopes and desires, some of her failures, some of her sadness, some of her desperation, and eventually, as you bite down, you feel her release into the maelstrom the moment she gave up. Amazing way to just end that. Yes, billionaire. I guess she's a billionaire. She isn't. She's from like 16 something.
Oh, I said I'm a billionaire.
Oh,
This
you're
is
a
what it is.
billionaire. Oh, yeah. This is what it means to be a billionaire. A billionaire simulator. That's this. The maelstrom tears you both away from the causeway and drags you screaming into the dark. I stand on one of the stone walkways, again looking up. I manage to catch sight of Brad, then Whack as they spin up. Stone, wind, everything, bodies vanish into the single endless spiral that is this maelstrom. You both have no ground below you and no end in sight. And then the light is gone. And that's today's episode. Thank you everyone for coming out. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Huzzah!
Huzzah! I guess.
What a fucking shit show.
What a fucking shit show!